What is going on? How do you guys get here so fast? I've literally been live for like $1.50. Turtle Cat, hello. The first, let's go. Thrash and Tony's here. Akagami's here. Wilpy's here. Yuki, thank you for the resub, my dude. Beige Lad is freaking here. Warthog. Spicy. What on earth? I have a new command, by the way. Does it work? It does work. Buttspot is here. Buttspot is always here. Your most loyal followers are here, it seems. Dude, I don't get how it's so fast. I'm waiting for the ferry between islands. Like between islands of New Zealand, or to get from New Zealand back to Australia. Does New Zealand have multiple islands, or is it like just one big deal? Nightbot, that's true. Stream Elements. Seems like Kerbal is always here, presumably a bot. Also Insty, same deal. There's like a little rotation that's always, even when I'm offline. Yuki, thank you so much for the resub. I appreciate it. Also, guys, this is gonna be, I'm not to spill my beans. Is that a term? Spill my beans? Maybe? Whatever. You know what I mean. Check this out. I got a little robot buddy, okay? It's the new Brackham. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Anyways. Wow, there's some wild feedback on that. I gotta figure that out. How's that? 4-hour ferry with cats and trucks? Cats? Like cat? Like a feline? Or like a caterpillar, like the equipment? Cars. Oh, okay, I got it. Yo, Vanessa, hello. How's everybody doing? This is also not just spill tea, yes. This is not digital as in artificial face tracking. This thing's actually a robot, and I'll prove it. Hold on. I know how to prove it. Don't you worry. Nope. Okay, here we go. All right. Look at this. As I move my head, the robot turns. If I could keep this hand steady, you can see it turning. How crazy is that? Appa's here. Wait, redo what? I'll hang while brushing my teeth before bed. Let's go. You're back home, right? You're done with such an unsteady hand, dude. I'm caffeinated and tired, and you know how I be. And I just have shaky hands in general. I could never be a surgeon. Is that a pen cam? It's a solder cam, Wilpy. Yeah, I zip tied an endoscope to my soldering iron. So, yeesh. Back on that daily grind. There's nothing like the vacation hangover, eh? Melanie wants to see my kicks. Okay. Yes, I am using dots. I suddenly don't remember where numbers are. It's amazing. All right, here we go. Today I'm wearing the Sakai Blazer Low in the black on white or white on black. Beige Lad, I missed you too, my dude. I love these. These are such a slept-on pair of shoes, and I think it's maybe the patent leather. I think people don't like patent leather, but blazers are one of my favorite silhouettes of all time, and Sakai is such an awesome designer. The way she like combines, like just doubles everything, but in a way that actually works. Anyways, I think these are sick. They're sick. You'll be back on the 16th. Mark your calendars, folks. T-4 days until the return of the Beige Lad. I will be there. My cheeks will be in my seat watching that stream. Beige Lad, hey, have you... Okay, I recently was introduced to a streamer who reminded me a lot of you. Have you heard of the sandwich, or that sandwich dude? That sandwich dude just followed me recently. Let me give him a shout out. This guy is crazy. If you ever catch his stream, that cheek switch dude, thank you, Buttspot. Like, give him a follow, but like, he's a crazy good musician. He comes up with music on the fly. Like, whenever people raid him, he just improvises an entire song. It's very, very fun to watch. And he uses streamer bot, so he has a million little like animations and stuff. So yeah, he's really cool. I think you'd like him, Beige Lad. He's pretty neat. So anyways, does all his own music, and like he streams from a closet that he completely covered with green fabric so that he's got like the green screen setup going on. He's hilarious. I love him. You can still buy this keyboard. What keyboard? Tell me. You think I'm a music man? No, but just, I mean, you might be. I don't know. But the way he has animations and all these clips with StreamerBot and like little green screen version of himself popping up. Oh, the Chaos65. Yes. This is, okay, speaking of slept on things like my shoes, we are going to find out if this is a slept on keyboard or not, because it's not very expensive. 285 bucks. And it looks really nice in my opinion. I like the way the weight looks. I like the way the brass insert works. I just think it's a solid looking keyboard. And I know someone was in my chat. I can't even remember who. Someone was in my chat like a year ago being like, hey, I'm gonna buy this keyboard and you should check it out. And I was like, okay, that looks awesome. And I bought one, but I've not seen a streamer build one. I've not seen a YouTuber build one. Like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm like, this thing looks awesome. So green screens I'll be adding when I'm back. Let's go. Let's gar. He even has like green wrapped around his mic arm so that it disappears too. So he needs better lights though. That's the biggest thing with green screens that I've learned over the years. You can have the nicest, greenest screen, but like if you don't light it properly, you're done. Thank you, Hakigami. Gotta go. I think we're moving to the boat now. Hey, sounds good. Have a good rest of your vacation and I'll see you in a few days. Let's give him one more shout out for the road. If you aren't following Beige Lad, first of all, what's freaking wrong with you? I do feel like most of this audience, like my audience, knows about him, but like for real. Zezio. Look, I have a robot friend. Hello. Why is this mic ringing so bad? It's like feeding back massively. Hold on. Oh, is it this? Do I need to turn this off? Does that? No, that didn't work. What about that? Not really. That's okay. The camera moves? It does. It's on a little gimbal. That's correct, Elvin. Also, hello, Elvin. How's it going? Thank you for the flashes. I mixed up my my backlighting for this stream. I did realize too, I'm using brighter overhead lights. So now when I go to my side cam, I thought it'd be kind of nice to have some like more colorful lighting going on. I tried to do a little bit of cable management, and as you can see, it did not go well at all. So yes. Anyways. But yeah, how's everybody doing? I saw a lot of you on my drum stream on You Need My Help. Are you a cable management extraordinaire? Fly me over to Montana? Bruh, if you do make it to, if you fly yourself to Montana, you could stay in the bread basement. You can help me manage my cables. I'm just saying. We'll sneak you into Chief Shure's suitcase. And then you just got to go from New York to Bozeman. There's no basement. It's true. I mean, there's a crawl space. I could stream from the crawl space. There is no spoon. That's the secret. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to close this. I'm going to close... Well, I'll leave that open. I'm going to close that. You could stay in the alcohol cabinet. That's true. Amazon has 3-meter zip ties that can help with cable management. Goodness gracious. That's enormous. I vacillate a lot between zip ties and Velcro because I often will move stuff around and I get really annoyed when the zip tie is like, I gotta cut a zip tie. You could drive. Aren't you pretty close, Yuki? Aren't you in like, I wanted to say like Midwest, like Minnesota or Wisconsin or something? Or no, North Dakota, right? Not 3-meter. Oh, 3M. Oh, got it. Like a sticky, yeah, okay, I got it. 3M. Yeah. Oh, hey, I have something that I might leak a little bit on stream for those of you who show up early. I appreciate you guys. Look, I'm gonna show you a photo, okay? And it's actually, I'll be working on this on Thursday, so it's not like too futuristic of a leak here, but I just want you to take a look at it. Tell me what you see. Tell me how it makes you feel. Yes, those are my legs. Your boy's working on a project. First of all, your boy got a laser cutter. If I haven't talked about this before, y'all be in random states. Okay. I got a laser cutter, all right? And I have been putting that thing to work. Each one of these letters is 5 layers of 1/4-inch plywood. The top layer is a little bit bigger than the ones underneath so that it has a bit of a lip, and I'm going to run LEDs inside the letters so that the whole thing can illuminate. And then I'm going to put it on this back wall, and you guys will be able to flash it from chat. Eh? Huh? I've been saying I should do this for years, and I've never done it. And I'm like, well, now, I mean, originally I was trying to 3D print these parts, but my 3D print bed's pretty small. But now my laser cutter, I can cut like 300 millimeters by 500 millimeters or something crazy like that. And so I was really just limited to space on this wall over here. So there you go. That's my little leak for the day. I'm pretty excited about it. I got very high on wood smoke fumes just cutting all those because it took like 6 hours to cut everything. I mean, I was multitasking. I was doing other stuff. You want to see what other stuff I was doing? Wait, why does it make you feel flabbergasted? Explain. Okay, this weekend I also did something I had been meaning to do for a long time. Check this out. I guess I don't really have a good way to show you. Oh, wait. I might. Hold on. Let's go. This is going to be terrible. I'm gonna do this. Please hold. This is gonna be nauseating and maybe not even work. Okay. Oh. Okay. Wait. Check. Okay, the reverb's off. All right. Now I need to turn off face tracking, zoom out, and then remote control. Got it. Remote control. Nope. Wrong way. All right, hold on. Hold on. Look at this. Your boy got a pegboard. Look at that. I made this. So I used 3/4-inch maple plywood, and then I just I made it so that this was flush with I just used a table saw to like cut a little piece out, and then I screwed the pegboard into the frame. Look at them tiny hands. Yes. I don't know what they need to be holding. I forgot I had this on there. I apologize. I don't know what they could be holding. Maybe we could give them some cry talks. How's that? How does that look? I'm astonished at how many things you have in your house. Like what? What? A ball of what? I don't know what to give him. Anyways, that's perfect. Too tiny. Yeah, I have a whole bag of these things. Stiletto, hey, an orb of power. I know, I should. I feel like I should have given them something. Anyways, but yes, we have the salt up here, the burr gun over there. We got some other tools, the little caliper. It's great. Grid not dead check. Make it wider and hold a keyboard. That's a great idea, actually, just to sell. Okay, this is weird. I feel like, okay, hold on. Face track on. Nope, don't go that way. Please hold. Hello. Oh, does it got me? Oh, it got me. And then we zoom in. And then we do this. Wait. Check. Oh, dang it. I may have messed everything up. Oh, I totally did. Okay. Wait. Check. Bruh. Oh, I fixed it. Okay, good. You're such a nerd. It's totally great. Thank you. That's a compliment. Noted, but dead inside. I see. Cyborn. Dude, Cyborn. Hello. And also good midnight to you. Wait, did that flash command not work? Hold on. Are we having a live breakdown again? No. What's going on? My bot has been acting a fool. You know what I'm saying? 2 in the morning, way past midnight. You're crazy, my dude. But thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Yeah, okay. I love, you know, one of my favorite parts of stream is just the pre-stream dinking around. I find it very fun. I just do nothing in the makers and crafting section, like a rebel, like a maniac. They can't stop me. And yeah. Let's see. There we go. No problem. I'm just looking at fonts for a tattoo. Let's go. What tattoo? Can you leak some deets? My flash best because my flash red. It's true. It is good. I think we just had... Oh, I just added another custom one for key circle redeemed. We got a purple one. You're making content. That's what you're doing. True. Yes. Calling Bezos right now. He'll be like, people use Twitch Prime on this band. every time someone subscribes to my channel with Prime, my immediate thought is, Bezos pays for this? What? Although, to be fair, every time someone subscribes with a normal subscription, he's getting paid for it. It's a quote I came up with when I was going through a rough time. Nice, right on. Give me Dad Bezos money. Well, I hope everybody's weekend was good. Had a good start to the week. For some of you, it might be Tuesday morning. Elvin. You know, okay. Today, speaking of Elvin, I went on such a nice journey. I showed up at work at like 8 o'clock. I got on Twitch immediately because that's what you do when you show up at work. I put on Elvin's stream, who was, I don't even know what he was building because I had a lot of stuff going on, so I wasn't really watching. But I was there. I was hanging out in Elvin's stream. Then Elvin raided Roro. Then I hung out in Roro's stream. Then Roro raided Kim, and I hung out in Kim's stream. Then Kim raided Disastertron, and I hung out in Diz's stream. And then Diz raided the Key Circle, and I hung out in his stream, to the point where I had to go home after that. So it was like a full day. It's like Cartoon Network on a Saturday morning where I just vibed all day. So fun. It was a lovely raid schedule. Agreed. Never get to catch Elvin streams, then you got to wake up early. No, mine sucked. I had to cover for a coworker who called in sick, who wasn't even sick. Bruh. Wilpy, how was your first day? That was exactly my to-do. Fuzzinator, man of culture. Also, hello, Fuzzinator. Good to see you. How's it going? Look, I have a robot. I really hate that ringing sound. I miss having to vibe like that. It's like, that doesn't happen every day for sure. Either, you know, I don't really know why, because it seems like keyboard streamers almost never don't raid, you know. It's good, just 4 hours of slideshows, and tomorrow more slideshows. Yep. It's kind of like orientation at, like, in a college class. Oh, my dog's dreaming. She's barking. My dogs are barking. Fuzz is definitely a man of culture. Fuzz, I'm sorry to hear that your 7U spacebar warped. I've been having that problem too with a couple GMK sets. Send it to me in Discord. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Nice. I like that. Also, how on earth do you do that font in Discord? What? He's using a fancy script font in a Discord DM, and I don't know how that's possible. I've tried everything. Have you boiled it? Because well, to be fair, I boiled a PBT spacebar, and that kind of worked. Oh, copy paste. Okay. I gotta figure out how to do that. And still slightly ticking. You know, that's the most infuriating thing in the world, is like, I spent 3 hours trying to make this stabilizer nice, and it turns out it's the freaking spacebar that's just banana shaped. Can't believe that 10U spacebars exist. They shouldn't. They are... Oh, dude. No way. It works here too. They shouldn't exist. Wait. What is this clip? What did I even say that's clippy? Clippable. Clip-worthy. I get nervous. I was hanging out in Elvin's stream. Oh, yeah. Elvin rated Roro. Yeah, that's a good Saturday. Not to the boiling yet. Yeah, it's kind of annoying because you gotta, it's weird. For me, I boiled it, and then it was my MT3 Serika spacebar was horrible to the point where they actually sent out new ones. But I boiled it, and then I put it on like a granite countertop or something like cold and flat, and I put a book on top of that to hold it down with the idea that maybe it would cool flat, you know. But unfortunately, over the next week or so, it just went right back to as warped as it had been. I kind of wonder if I had cooled it bent the other way, like concave instead of convex, if that would have helped a little bit. Like it would have only returned a certain amount, but it was very annoying. Freaking GMK, make better space bars. If you're gonna make us listen, if we're already waiting 2 years, just make the space bars better, dog. I don't know. I have heard that it has to do with some of the pigments, like, because I was always weirded out that like some keycap sets had worse space bars than others, but it turns out it's something to do with the way the pigment interacts with the ABS in the space bar that can cause that. So like some sets have worse space bars than others, but I don't know. Chemistry is weird and I don't abide by it. I don't believe in chemistry. I'm not down for that. Did you guys ever take chemistry class? Of course you did. You went to high school. Bruh. That was like, what is a mole? You know what I mean? I graduated high school and I still don't know what a mole is. Then why don't they make a PBT? So the reason they don't make a PBT is because of the double shot, I guess. Also, PBT actually tends to warp more than ABS, believe it or not. So I think it's just something that people already expect with PBT versus ABS historically never bent as much. The chemistry between, oh, that's true. I believe in that kind of chemistry. So historically people would, the common knowledge was like, oh, ABS sets don't really do that. PBT also can't get vibrant colors. True. They tend to be more muted. You can't really do double shot with most colors on PBT. People are starting to do it now.
Give me money.
But I didn't take chemistry in high school, so I took biology. Oh, okay. Nice. A mole. Also here, there's more people here now who get this. ABS has a higher temp resistance. Gotcha. But anyways, what do I know? Freaking Tessa. Tessa raided me and my robot. Hello. Thank you for the raid, Tessa. I appreciate you being here. Welcome to the stream, everybody. My name's Nathan. I generally stream keyboards. Right now, I'm just rambling. But yes, thank you for the raid. Hello, Turtalis. I appreciate you being here. So, yes. Cyborn, is there not a PBT ABS hybrid? I don't really know. I don't know what... I think they probably have different temperatures, so you might melt one before the other or something. I'll close up my Tessa tab. Isn't that nice when, like, a streamer raids a streamer you're already watching and you're like... Close that tab. How was your stream, Tessa? What'd you get up to? Were you playing... Wait. Cult of the Lamb today? What is today? I don't think it's Cult Day. There is a PBT ABS blend. No way. GMK is working on one? Imagine getting 10 banana space bars at once. Wait, Diz, did you get 10 banana space bars? Also, hi, Diz. And welcome to the Bray basement. Do you like my robot? Don't Starve with Rolly. Don't Starve Together is such a good game, first of all, that I am terrible at, second of all. And Rolly is an excellent human being, third of all. So that's super fun. I was doing laundry and prepping for stream, so I was not able to be there. But that sounds super fun. I'll have to go back and watch the VOD. But Matt30. Okay. The guy who designed the MT3 profile. Very cool. I like that guy. He seems cool. All my 10U were bent too. Sucks, man. I mean, it's a hard problem to solve, right? Like, you snapped one, like, out of anger or because it didn't fit? Because I could see either, honestly. All 10 of them. That's insane. He alive? I miss that guy. He do be alive, though. And he be in stream. Okay. I usually get to like the 30-minute point and I'm like, I've done freaking nothing. Why am I not building a keyboard? You get a robotic cam for tracking through, or it's a robotic camera. Yeah, it's the Insta360 Link. And I can control it with a little gimbal over here. He doesn't stream anymore. Wait, who doesn't stream? Grid? He totally streams. He streamed like a couple days ago. Try bending it the other way. Try running it over with your car, maybe. Try hitting it with, oh, Rolly. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, Rolly streamed like a week ago or something. Some like random surprise stream. And I was like, what? But that was like a one-off. I don't know that that's like a normal thing. Unfortunately, I really miss him. He did a great... didn't he commentate something too that was really good? Pac Piketty, also known as Jack Piketty, has a cool tracking camera too. It's called OBS Bot. And they're both cool. I watched a bunch of reviews. This one was slightly more expensive, but it seemed like it was a little bit nicer. So I got a Tahoe. I'll obliterate those 10U bars. My guy. Abstraction layer. Hello. And welcome back to the basement. Ooh, it got dark there. The tracking seems snappier on yours. Yeah, it's still a little bit delayed. Now, I did not buy this just for the tracking. I'm actually not probably gonna have this set up in here forever. The bread basement doesn't have reverb. Oh, I bet I know why. I bet I pulled it off of this. Hold on. What about now? What about now? Did I fix it? I think I fixed it. Yeah, I bought it because I wanted to stream from my garage while I'm building crap. So I can put it up in the corner and then it'll follow me around while I'm in there. So it's kind of like I have a cameraman, but without having a cameraman. So the reverb sniffle at the end. Based to the moon. Nice. Yeah, I kind of also wanted to put it just like up in the corner up there because I kind of think it's funny when streamers have just like a camera from behind that they can cut to when they're doing like a BRB or whatever. Quality content. This is what y'all come here for. That's your time, not mine. I don't know what you're doing with it. Have it track the cat? Do you think it works on the cat? Hold on. Let me go find the cat. One second. I have acquired the cat. Okay, so I have to have it... Wait. Okay, it's probably going to be tracking me. No, it's not. Halar? Halar? Okay. Come on, buddy. Look at the camera. Hey. Oh, no. Our nerd. Just the sound, you can hear it though. She rolled her eyes, it's true. She's not happy with me. Look at her over there. Wait, not this one. What a turkey. Anyways. Okay. She's so floppy. She is a dangly cat. Did I buy her or find her outside? I purchased her. Yes, I did buy her. She is very cute. I love her. She's very much a fighter though. I can't she is a Persian cat. Yeah. Yeah, no, she's a good kid. She just like I think it maybe it's part that she's a cat and part that she's a kitten, but she can't be in like the bedroom at night because she'll just like knock stuff over and run around like a maniac. So anyways, you know how to do object tracking like in OBS. I've done object tracking with what is it, the freaking OpenCV before, like the library. What is it, like MIT maintains that one? Whatever. It works in like every language, but it's like an image processing software. I've done that before, but this is robotic object tracking. I guess it's still doing object tracking. It's just ooh, we got a croc tag. All right, Wonder if this cam works with that. Yeah, I kind of... Oh, that's actually a great idea. I wonder if it has an API that I can hijack and I can write my own software for it. All right, here we go. We're going to cut to the side cam. Now, Tessa thinks that it's only going to be 4. Okay. Hold on. Let's... let me check something. What did I put on the... Why is it not... Oh, there it is. How many teeth I can press until it bites me. So you think it'll bite me in 4. That seems reasonable. I'm not amazing in this game. I have also figured something out. There's a combination of factors that makes it go. One is how quickly you push the tooth, right? Well, no, I'm cheating. One is how quickly you push the tooth, but the other is you can kind of tell if the tooth is gonna go by feeling it. Like if you feel a ton of resistance, it's like, oh, that's probably one that's gonna get me, right? So I can't cheat, all right? So I have to full commit to the tooth. Anyways, here we go. Tessa has bet on 4. So if I can get in 1, if I can get in 5, then I win. All right, here we go. Tooth 1. Tooth 2. Tooth 3. Tooth 4. Now Tessa. Is this tooth gonna get me? No, tooth 5. I'm playing with house money now. Okay. Tooth 6. Tooth 7, ladies and gentlemen. Tooth 8. All right. Got me in 9. That's not bad, though. We take those. I take those. Why do you always start in the center? That's a good question. Should I start at the edges? I've never really considered that. I always just start in the middle. All right. Well, everybody, should we build a keyboard? What are you sipping on tonight? Tonight we have mango orange spindrift. How's that? Fancy pants from my garage fridge because I am a Midwesterner. Not only am I middle class enough now to have a garage fridge, I have a Kirkland brand garage fridge. Did you even know Kirkland made refrigerators? I didn't until my dad said, hey, I've got an old refrigerator from my garage that I want to get rid of. Do you want it? And I said, yeah. I stuck it in there. I was like, bruh, that's Kirkland. What if you train the cam to follow Cat right now? What if we abandon all of our plans? Hold on. Let's Google it. Insta 360 link SDK. Ooh. Insta 360 SDK online application live now. Integrate your app. Now, this looks to me like something I might need to apply for. Why your business needs a 360 camera SDK. Okay. And is this even for the link? No, I don't think so. Hold on. Let's just go to, let's start here. Oops. Insta 360 link. All right. Let's see. Do they have an SDK listed? They have gesture control, which is cool. We need for cat. Simple. True. We do need to prioritize the cat. I agree. They have a whiteboard mode, which is kind of cool. It'll like flatten your whiteboard. Isn't that neat? I feel like we're starting to see all the products that immediately started to get designed when the pandemic hit. And so like all of the cool stuff that would have been much, much more helpful a year ago is starting to come out now. You have tracking cam, you have cat. Agreed. I see flawless logic here. I don't see an SDK. I see good reviews. Huh. Well, we'll look that up at some point, all right? But for now... Wait. Okay, I was just checking to see if you guys were hearing me through the camera, which would be very annoying if that was true. I don't want that to be true. DIY cat tracking cam. Exactly, that's what the people want. Arduino cam time, let's go. I bet you there's a really robust open source library that uses OpenCV to track cats. Knowing the internet, like that seems like the exact kind of crossover you would find. Guys, I have a whole list of inventions that I'm working on. Like a cool guy, you know, but I don't want to spill the beans, but I'm excited about some of them. All right. I've talked about my poop stats shenanigan with the toilet that weighs you. We've already been there, but I got other stuff going on. Don't remember OpenCV being that advanced. Well, maybe it is now. Is there a cat mode in OpenCV? Okay. So, Nebula switches on the table. My address. Not on the table. Let's get that out of here. Oh, hey. The assembly guide is on Discord. We don't need no assembly guides. What we have is an assembly cat. I just want to key with a function bar. Put a retro reflective collar on the cat. That's a good idea. Easy money. What caps are you going to use? I don't know. It's a black board, so the world is my oyster. I know Kev, aka the Key Circle, was talking about Shoko, and that appeals to me. I might go with Shoko. I just want to keep with a function, beer tap, and micro keg. We could design that. I have a laser cutter now. Okay, so we have plate foam. Yes. We have a cat. Imagine washing your keeb. Stranger things have happened. Alright, we have the insert for the weight. Very lovely. So, I think what I'm going to do is eat my dessert first and install this brass weight, because I just think that sounds fun. And you can't stop me. Not even the cat can stop me. Look at how shiny this is. This keyboard, unlike the majority of keyboards that I have ever built, is available right now. Use your cat hair as foam. Screw polyfill. We have cat hair. Oh, baby. Now, are you going to tell me that's not a handsome boy? Come on. I got a nice smudge right in the middle of that. Can you whip out the M110? Unfortunately, that is at work. I work at the office 5 days a week, and that's my daily there. So, I cannot. I wish I could, though. Sounds good, Zezio. I appreciate you being here. You a real one. Have a good night. Hey. 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 No, 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 no. Don't you eat these. That. Nope. You see what I'm dealing with? Hey. This has been a daily occurrence. Stop. I may have to ban this animal from this room. Stop. This is not a client build, fortunately. I don't think I could justify this type of behavior. Hey, if this was persistent, get better screw trays. I don't think a screw tray is gonna... Don't ban the kitty. Well, she's lurking now, planning her revenge. Oh no. All right. Cool. We got the weight installed. Stab. 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 Shake the tub of switches. Oh my goodness, that scared her a lot. Oh, I feel kind of bad. But that was a good idea. Alright. Cool. So I think this is how this goes. Make her sit on lap. She will not stay. She's not a lap cat, that's for sure. She don't need no man. Alright. We got ourselves a pretty flexy PCB, all things considered. It's not as flexible as some. Screw tray covers. Oh, yeah, there you go. Oh, no, now she's pulling on my headphones. She will have her revenge. She likes to sleep, like, next to you, but not on your lap. My parents' cat used to want to lay across my chest while I built keyboards. That's so cute. I love that. I love cats. Cats are the best. Cats, cats, cats. Okay. So this is a, yes, we have gaskets. Good, good, good. Cool. Who doesn't love cats? Put a 1 in chat if you don't like cats. Okay? Put a 2 in chat if you do like cats. And I'm talking about the animal, not the movie. Hey. 2, 2, 2. Good. Mods, ban anyone who puts a 1, okay? Ban them. I don't want him. Okay, buddy. Let's get you out of here. Look at these accents. Aren't these fun? So these are the little edge pieces, like such as. And it would appear that I feel like these screws are just way too long. Now, cut to me refusing to look up the build guide because I'm smart. I feel like this is like bad. I shouldn't be doing this. You know what I'm saying? 2, but only days they don't try to claw my eyes out. That's fair. 5, 4, 3. What? Cat's just gonna count. Chat's just gonna count now. 6. It's like I'm offline. That would be such a sad thing if chat just acted like I was offline while I was streaming. Okay, this goes here. I actually wonder now if maybe I don't actually need the top ones. Like, I wonder if the pins coming in from underneath. Put a cat bed behind your monitors. That's a good idea. Okay, so how many of these do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What is this? Is that a straight up boog? We get a booged board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I don't think we actually need all those. That is my washing machine, if you can hear that. Holy Moses. That thing's gonna shake the house down. Doing laundry right now. You know how I be. And I'm choking. Guys, can I just say, I'm the biggest advocate for the state of Montana, but right now, I just want to leave. It is so friggin' smoky. I cannot think. I get sleepy. I'm like a honeybee who gets sleepy when the smoke comes out. I can't. One of the things that I've realized I love the most about this state is the air. As weird as that sounds, I love the air here. Every time I go to a bigger city and it's like, ugh, you guys can't see the stars. You guys have stinky air. Nothing, like no matter how far you go, it doesn't feel right. And then I come home and I'm like, oh, that's the air I know and love. But now there's a giant freaking wildfire really close to me, and I can't even... You want to see a picture? I took a picture today. This is how frustrated I am. I took a picture today of the mountains. There's really nice big mountains all around me, and I can't even freaking see them. I like Montana for one reason, and that's because it holds the basement. Okay. This is dumb. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay, see this picture? That's a mountain. I can't see that anymore. What's going on, dude? I was out for a walk with my dog, and this is actually better than it was this morning. And I was still like, are you kidding me? I can't see diddly. How are the winters in Montana? Well, personally, I love them. They can be cold. And they can yeah, it looks like LA. They can be very cold for sure. I mean, the continental United States, the lowest temperature recorded in the continental United States is in Montana. It was like 40 something Fahrenheit below zero, -40 below zero. Which, fun fact, -40 below zero is the same in Kelvin or in Fahrenheit and Celsius. But either way, usually they'll be like, maybe 1 week out of the winter where it's like 20 below zero Fahrenheit. But for the most part, it's like a nice like 10 to 15 Fahrenheit with decent snow coverage from like November to, I don't know, April or so. I really like it. I know that sounds very cold to a lot of people from other states, but like if it's very, very dry here. So like I went to New York once in the winter and I almost froze to death because it was so wet. So I definitely think if you're hearing, you know, these temperatures and you're like, oh, that's so terrible. Like, yeah, I mean, it can be cold, but also it's pretty dry. So that helps. It's like, it almost feels like desert cold sometimes, you know? Okay. Let's get out the old grubby mat. The coldest we get here is -5 or -10. Where is here, if you don't mind doxing yourself viciously on the internet? All right. So the first thing I think we need to do is test the PCB. Because that is always the first thing I forget to do. So let's open up VIA. Let's get our tweezers. Michigan. Oh, that's cold too, but that's wet cold. I think you would find Montana to be more palatable than Michigan in terms of coldness. I wish I could say stay 50. Hey, you want to see the forecast for where I live? I'm so freaking hyped about it. Hold on. 10-day forecast. Check this out, ladies and germs. We have today was 85-ish. Tomorrow 78, 71, 68, 66, high of 56 on Tuesday next week with a low of 34, and I am here for it. This is so nice. And a bunch of rain too that'll help clear the air. Oh, it's gonna be heaven. I've been sick of heat, and like late last week we had a day that was like 60 even the whole day. That's perfect. That is like my ideal temperature. So yeah, this is great. I'm very much hyped for it. I'm in Central Florida, so once I get a half week of temps in the high 20s, that's still pretty cold. Can I show you something a bit sad? Watch another streamer in Montana. He gave me a stark look on where he lives. Okay, I'm listening. It also depends on where you live in Montana. Like, here's the thing. Okay, I don't think people understand this. Like, and by people, I mean people from out of state who move here in droves. There are like 3 big cities, and by big, I mean under 1 million still, but like for instance, where I live, 50, 60,000 people. The biggest city's 200,000, right? This state is huge, and it has very few people, and the cities are very separated from each other, and the winters are long and they're really dark. Sun goes down at 4:30 in the winter. Key circle. Hey, my dude, Kevy Wevy. Whoop, camera lost me. Please hold. Wait. Oh, it found me. Hold on. Bruh. What's up, Key Circle? How was your stream? Listen, Key circle. I feel like this is now in order. Hey, okay, I was just giving people a little reality check on what Montana is like, okay? So, like I said, 3 big cities, none of them are even close to 1 million. 200,000 is the biggest, right? There's a lot of little tiny cities, and there's like nothing to do, especially because during the winter, there is nothing to do, right? So the suicide rate, unfortunately, is the highest in the US, and the drug problem is insane. It's like the meth capital of the US here. So it's a problem. But anyways, hey, that was a downer. I just need to get that thought out. Key circle. Thank you for the raid. I was hanging out in your stream earlier. I appreciate you being here. If you don't know me, my name's Nathan. I live in Montana and I build keyboards. Today we're building a Chaos65, which is a cool board. But yeah, yes, you can post it still. That's cool. It's on topic. Just got to bring more entertainment. I mean, we're getting there slowly. There are bands that will add, like Death Cab for Cutie came through recently, and like there are bands that are adding tour dates and stuff. But it's like if you're in one of those tiny towns, ain't nobody coming, and it's such a big state. You can drive 8-10 hours and still be in Montana. So like, I don't know. That's the biggest issue is like for people who like, and they have to be out there, right? They're farmers. They're farming all this land. So it's like this giant open space, but it's like you're very, very isolated in that situation. So. Oh, yeah. Still, I totally saw this on Reddit. Billings, Montana tops that list. Yes. And here's part of the reason why Billings has such a high rate of depression. Sounds good. Go pee, Key Circle. I guarantee you that's what he's off to do. He's going to gonna go pee. So Billings is an interesting case because during the recent huge hike in gas prices, there's a lot of oil over there, and so there were a ton of people showed up for oil, made a ton of money, and then the prices of gas went back down and they're all laid off. So there's just tons of people there who, you know, they got nothing to do, but they have more money than they know what to do with, and it's just, I don't know, it's a whole thing. Speaking of bands, who's my favorite band? You can't ask me that. That's illegal. That's an illegal question. Right now, one of my favorite bands is Half Alive. I really, really love Half Alive. Super solid. Just released an album, Give Me Your Shoulders Part 1. Kind of a sloppy album rollout process, but basically Canada, but in the US. It absolutely is. It's South Canada. Ever been to a Pink Floyd laser show? No. I know that there's a cover band called Pinky and the Floyd, and my former drum teacher is the drummer for that band. Ever heard of Belmont? I have, but I haven't listened to them. I've definitely heard the name before. Yeah, okay. I need to... Bruh, what am I doing? I have done nothing this whole freaking stream. Wait, I'm not even on the key tester. I'm losing it, guys. I am losing it. Here we go. Insert. Why would you put insert on a 65% board? Insert page up, page down, and delete. That makes no sense. Whatever. I'll reprogram this thing. Dehydrate. Uh-oh. This is a solder PCB. I've been listening to Soen. Definitely recommend it if you like prog rock. Okay. Cool. You know what? I've been on a huge... I'll do the dehydrate in a second. Let me finish testing this PCB, so at least I get one thing done tonight. Ever since Rolly suggested city pop as a genre on my drum stream on Saturday, I have been listening to nothing but city pop. It is so much fun. I just put on like Spotify's radio for whatever city pop song he suggested, and I have been grooving in my car. I feel like I need rollerblades and an afro, and I already have rollerblades, guys. Coder layout, maybe? Could be. City Pop goated. Exactly. I've been listening to so much Midwest emo. Oh, I love Midwest emo. Yeah. I've been listening to some math rock too. This Town Needs Guns is good. Modern Baseball. They're not really math rock, but also American Football. All good stuff. Plate fork as fro pick. That is a great idea. Do you know my hair used to be super curly when I was a kid? Should I try to find a baby photo? Or a little kid photo of me? Y'all want to see that? I'll freaking do it. Does the caps lock not work? Yeah, it does. I'll find you a photo of me. My hair used to be super curly. Math rock rocks, and it is goated. Foals, yeah. I actually have a podcast with a couple buddies where we talk about punk rock, emo, Midwest, and we had a tournament called March Sadness where we pitted a bunch of emo band songs against each other, and did it bracket style, which was very fun. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Okay, PCB works. Catton approved. Had curly hair until I was 7 or 8. Yeah, what's up with that? What's up with curly hair being like, see ya, nerd? I mean, it still does kind of get curly. And I have, you know what? I can't even remember. And it wasn't even bands. It was like specific songs from specific bands, which made it even harder because it was like, I don't remember. The Kitty Returns to Glory. All right, hold on. Let me find a photo of myself as a kid. Oh, I bet she'll show up on the side cam. Look at that. Little chungus just sitting here. Whee! All right, let me find this picture. I think I had it on my Facebook, which I'm not gonna... Oh, no. View. I have not been on Facebook in a long time. Is it on here? Did I not put it on here? Oh, I totally did. Okay. How do I download this? Just right-click save? Yeah. Okay. Close my Facebook. Open the photo. All right, here we go. Ready for a picture of me as a wee lad in, might I mention, a suit that my mother sewed for me. There he is, folks. What a bingus. Who would have thought this man would throw away his future just to sell out on Twitch? Anyways. Lady killer right here. Hey, there we go. That suit is killer. I know. I should have my mom sew me another suit. You know? Pinstripes? Dude, I could have been in the mafia. You know what I mean? All right. Okay, PCB works. Let's put some stabs on it. Oh, yes. My mom is very, very good at sewing. She made all of our clothes when we were kids. She made me a flannel 3-piece suit when I was a kid. I wanted to wear a suit to go pick up my copy of Splatoon 3, but I didn't have a suit. That's a great idea. Based mom. I love it. You know, guys, let's take a moment and think about the key circle. I hope he's having a good pee. You know? Just wanted to mention that. Okay, ladies and germs, what are we going to do? This is the magic box of stabilizers and microfiber. In addition to that, I have Durox. Oh, hold on. We have to spin the wheel. Freaking Mango Head redeemed that. We can't get away without spinning the wheel of suffering. You know what I'm really hoping I don't land on, though, is take a lap, because I don't want to go outside. And that one requires me to run around my whole house. Diz, I don't know if you're still here. We've upgraded the dehydrate command to now be worse and more suffering. Dehydrate. That's very dehydrating, actually, to run around in the smoke. All right. What are we going to have to do? This is like, my heart's beating pretty fast right now. I hate this. Why did I do this? All right, here we go. Did I do soy sauce? No, I can put soy sauce on here. Okay, that freaking sucks an absolute butt. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. You guys are gonna time me, all right? Because if this comes up again, we're gonna have to figure out how fast I was. So close to the lap. No, it is the lap. Okay, here we go. How is dry rub a bad thing? I'm gonna have to eat a spoonful of it straight up. That's why. All right, I'm gonna set my timer. Y'all are gonna watch. And then I'm going to run around my whole house. Let me first turn on all of my exterior lights because it is dark out right now. It is dork. Do the lap indoors. No. I'll be fast. That's how you guys, I'm so freaking fast. You don't even know. I'm gonna, okay, here's the course, okay? Desk. Here's the course. I'm gonna run out of the office, into the living room, out the back porch, through the backyard, which it's 8:03, meaning the sprinklers are on right now. That sucks. And then around the front, in through the front door, which I'll have to unlock, okay? Then back into the office. My feet are gonna I'm gonna have to take my shoes back off and try not to step in dog poop. Okay, you guys ready? The temperature outside right now is 68 degrees. That's actually really nice. GoPro? No GoPro. We need a camera tracking drone. Okay, guys, let's start. Here we go. We're gonna have to write this one down for posterity, okay? Ready? Mark, get set, go. Stop. I made it. Mount a GoPro. Bruh. We could do that. Bruh. 48 seconds. Bruh. To be fair, it's a pretty short loop. Should we, hold on, should we calculate how far it is? CRP extras tomorrow? Dude, okay. All right. I did not go in on CRP, but like everybody in the world, I have FOMO now. But I'm sure they're gonna go fast. Oh, excuse me. Let me turn off all the outside lights. Alley, master patio. Okay. This build is going to take forever. All right, let me open up. Here, let me show you what I'm doing. I have a 3D model of my house, okay? Hey, you guys wanted a house tour. Should we do a house tour right now? Back in hour and a half if you're still on. Oh, I'll still be on. R2 ended yesterday. Ah, okay. All right. Here, let me get this freaking... All right. All right, so this is my house. Here. Welcome to my crib. This is the front door. Okay, I have like a kitchen entryway here. Bathroom here with a mystery thing right there. I don't know what this is. Yeah, I did make this model. It's been very helpful for figuring out how to arrange furniture. No. I didn't measure. I got a floor plan and then I just drew on top of it and it made it super easy. This is Fusion. I got a pantry right here. Got countertops. The refrigerator's over here. The stove's over here. Got a little island, which is nice. This is my dining room table, so that's not part of the house. Oh, here we go. There's a little countertop here with a record player and some shelves with all my vinyl records, right? Here's my couch, which I modeled up. And then over here we got the subwoofer and the receiver and the fireplace. There's a fireplace here. Isn't that nice? Got a TV and some speakers. And then this is the back door right here. This is where I'm going to build a porch or a back deck. You should make your house in The Sims. I've never played The Sims before. That's what I do when I move. My partner thinks I'm crazy. Dude, it's the best. It is the actual best having a 3D model of your house. Tell them that Nathan says that you're not crazy. And then, okay, so this is the main part of the house. Then you come in here, down this hallway. There's the random cabinets and countertop here. Laundry room here with a washer, dryer, yada, yada. This is the garage, okay? Guest bedroom with guest bed. This is the office where I am right now. So this is the desk that I'm sitting at. I'm sitting right here. And then this is my drum kit, the kind of volume it takes up. There's a shelf here. Here's the closet of whiskey right there. Okay. Master bedroom right here, with another door out to the backyard. There's a little shelving unit that I built. Okay. And then we got master closet, master toilet, shower, and countertop. Okay. So here's where I ran. My route is thus. Okay. Start here, come out here, go down this hallway, go out the living room. Okay. Wrap around. There's a little gate right here to the backyard. Around this way, down the driveway, in the front door. And then I had to run over and lock this because I had left it unlocked. And then I came back in, down to there. Boom, 48 seconds. Huh? Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm going to have to see the closet of whiskey. Oh, my friend, let me show you. Should we get more light on the subject? Probably. I'm going to close this model. We don't need to look at it anymore. One second. I need to get... Let's get the... Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Push the wrong button. You have me at whiskey. Let's get the music back. Okay. Let's turn on more lights. Okay. It's kind of messy, right? Impressed? Good. Yo, Geo. Hi. Welcome back to stream. How's it going? Good to see ya. Thank you, Warthog. I appreciate that. Let me turn these lights back off. Get our little ambiance going again, right? All right, ladies and germs. It has been... Oh, I have my own stream open on tab. I was like... How is my own stream open? Because Kev rated me. It's been over an hour, and all I've done is test the PCB. So about half of that, maybe 2/3, is whiskey, and then there's gin, rum, random spirits that are, you know, for like aperitifs and stuff. So yeah, tequilas, you name it. Anyways, all right. I am winded. I took a lap around my house, Geo, and I am out of shape. Moonshine. I don't have moonshine, but I do have Everclear. Because the chat made me spin the wheel of suffering, and take a lap was the chosen outcome. So I upgraded the dehydrate command to the wheel of suffering, you know, and that's what we're dealing with now. Also, Geo, I got a robot. Man, you like him? He follows me around. Looks like I need to start building my collection again. Listen, I mean, it's kind of an annoyance at a certain point to have that much, because it's like, I don't drink much at all. I drink maybe 1 glass of whiskey a week. And at this rate, I calculated it'll take me probably 80 years, literally 80 years to finish the volume of what I have in there. So, I mean, I have friends over and we'll have a drink or whatever. So it's like, that's fine. But yeah, you know, I got too much. Moonshine goes down way smoother than Everclear. I think my in-laws gave me something I think was moonshine the other day on a fishing trip. That was fun. Had 15 bottles, decided not to refresh and start over. Okay, let's get some stabs going, eh? We have a box of these and a box of these. Okay, so you know what? I'm thinking I kind of want to go with either the Stabies or the TX. I don't really want to deal with Duroc right now. And I don't really know. Anybody in chat have a a strong opinion on what they think. I have two 6.25U sets left of the TX. And I have one set TX and Owl Lab wires. Really? Is that actually a good combo? Because I have owl stabs right here. Duroc sound the best? I just like the low maintenance of these ones because they just sound better with less effort. At least that's been my experience. Sinvac, hello. Duroc sound the best. Yeah. Good old towel stabs. Actually, I'm with Aki. No stabs. Oh, I see. We teeter-totter this thing. I got you. I use Stabies. Let's use TX. I used Stabies on the Pixel Space capsule, and they absolutely slapped. So I'm hoping that they will again, but I really liked the TX stabs I put in my Frog as well. Stabies always sound like your board caught something nasty. Like too muted, is that what you mean? Like they're kind of congested? Toxic not going to stabs. Yeah, why did I even ask you guys? I'm doing what I want. Has an... Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Nasty case of the Stabies. True. What's up, Kim? Kim, I was talking today about what a great day it was. And actually, I have now been inducted into this great day. Okay? We went from... And actually, hey, here's a quick question. Is there anyone here who was part of this? Who went from Elvin to Roro to Kim to Diz to Key Circle to me? Because that was the raid lineup. Like, I'm basically at the end of a chain that started when I sat down on my chair at work this morning, which is freaking rad. I love that. Turtle Cat was there. Kim stream. Wait, Kim, was yours one of those like go live, you won't kind of streams? Those are my favorite. When I can like bully someone into going live so I can raid them. I did that on Saturday. I got Wasabi to go live just so I could raid. Also, I am wondering if this is empty. Yeah, it was one of those. Nice. I started, then it got busy. Yeah, for sure. It means you're the main event. I don't think so. Yeah, your prime time hour. It's like 8. No, these are good. Okay. So I do have full sets left. 8 for me. You know what I've really liked is the timestamp thing in Discord. Because I can put a timestamp in my status updates for the week, and everyone sees it in their time zone. You're like Stone Cold versus The Rock. I could never. Stone Cold's too cool. Hold on. Hey, Aubrey, raiding with a party of 32. What on earth? Hello, and welcome. I appreciate you being here. Welcome on in to the Brad basement. I hope you had a good stream. My name's Nathan. I build keyboards. I live in Montana, and yeah, that's pretty much all that we've talked about today. Tim freaking Keyless is here. Accursed Frogert and Mitochondria. Mitochondria is a great name. Thank you for the follows. I appreciate it. Aubrey, what'd you do today? What was your stream? I'll drop a quick follow there. Fed Peon and Aubrey, thank you for the follows as well. Bandersnatch81. Can I just say, oh my goodness, Eternal Toast, thank you for the follow. Thank you, my website name. That's great. That's really, really great. The Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the robot. You can use !flash in my chat if you would like to flash my lights. Tim wants to be filled like a donut. Oh, mercy. Yeah, Tim was the only one with that raid message. I don't know how I feel about that one. CF9 Gaming, thanks for being here. Anyways, dinner time for me. I'll be back later. Okay, Tim. Jimothy Keyless, thank you for being here. Yes, I appreciate it. All right. Tim is an outlier. He is special. Tim has a check mark, and he's neon green. I wish Discord timestamps were simpler. Most people don't know what Unix timestamps. Well, if you... hold on. I can help with that. I found a website. I will link it in chat. Here you go. If you ever want to generate a timestamp for Discord, use this. It's the best. We're not letting you go now. You're getting sucked into the keyboard world. Welcome. Welcome in. Welcome in. I don't mean to be creepy, but sometimes it just happens. Yes. Whoa, good eye. Not only did you spot drums, you spotted that they are electric. Yes. It's the Roland VAD 506 back there, and I have played them on stream. I played them on Saturday. So pretty much every other week. It's so much fun. I dig the creepy. Right on, right on. Well, cool. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you for the raid, Aubrey. Yeah, if you need to go pee or do whatever you do after stream, I'm pretty sure that's what the Key Circle's doing after his raid too. So, you know, I get it. No need to stick around. Thanks for dropping off the kids. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's finish building this keyboard. We're today we're building the Chaos65 by Thomas LT Studios. Now, normally when I build keyboards, they are in, like, the group buy is long since over, because I'm not like an influencer who gets sent prototypes, but this is still in stock. So if you like the cut of its jib by the time this is over, then you can go get it right now. We are here for the keyboard. I'll be lurking and admiring. Sounds good. It's a beaut. I think so too. I use a similar website, but it's hammertime.cyu. It does the same thing, but I still hate having to use. Yeah. I wish that you could do like /timestamp in Discord and it would work like that. Anyways, the cut of my jib. Key Circle's been peeing a while. We should check his kidneys. Is that guy okay? Okay. Just catching up on chat. Sorry. Aubrey's been getting great at making keyboards. Sick. Very cool. All right. I like your hair. Why, thank you. I run my fingers through it myself. You know, I had a tragic story. My barber got sick and I had an extra 2 weeks of hair growing out and it really annoyed me. I've gotten so used to a haircut every 3 weeks that when it got just a little bit longer, I was so annoyed. Fire33410, thank you for the follow and welcome your cheeks on into the basement. Appreciate you being here. But yeah, anyways, got a cut on Friday, so feeling good, feeling nice, feeling warm in the cans. We have done literally nothing today other than test this PCB and pick out stabilizers every 3 weeks, 5 to 7 months. Yeah, I don't know. I just do the standard issue white man high and tight.
That was like a dirt. What if I belched a bruh?
Do it, Kim. You won't. 3 weeks. Yeah, I have the standard issue white male high and tight is my haircut. That's what I go with, you know. I pull up a picture of generic white guy number 5 and that's what my barber gives me. But that requires a lot more maintenance because it's like it starts to look bad fast, okay? You're catching me at a good time, let's just say. All right, we're like 4 days out from the haircut. It's good, all right. All right. Let's get these stabilizers lubed, shall we? I'm freaking losing my mind over here. I'm getting nothing done. I don't have a Kim Belch command, but I definitely should make one. I feel like I should get consent for that first, though. I don't want to, like, be putting out clips of people. Like, for instance, I heard a rumor, I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that Patty doesn't necessarily love the Ayo Sheesh clip being on everybody's stream, so I'm, like, trying to be cognizant of that. Real high and tight is a lot less hair on top. That's more Air Force. Okay, yeah. I guess maybe shave the sides, trim the top, right? I don't know. Whatever that is. You're right, though. This ain't sorry, I'm not trying to steal any valor here. This ain't no military cut. This is just a white guy haircut. All right. Let's get the little lube station out. Kind of flock of seagulls look. There you go. I heard she's more amused that it's popular. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah. We love Patty here. We don't want to bug Patty. Oh, it's time. We have I got all kinds of dude, I got all freaking, that's such a mess. I got this everywhere. She doesn't care really about it. It's that she can't watch it herself. Oh, okay. Fair enough. N8VCHK555. Thank you for the follow. I hope you're not a bot. Maybe I'm just too dumb to understand how to pronounce that, but thank you for being here. I have accidentally banned people because I thought they were bots. I panic banned Pingu Pings the first time they came to stream, and that was dumb of me. I shouldn't have done that. It was in the middle of the big bot hate raid crisis when they were like coming in and using language and getting streamers banned, and so I was just like, gah! Elvin was like, it's a bot, because the previous follow was a bot, and yeah. Anyways, I feel bad about that still. We laugh about it now. We're friends. It's all good. And by that I mean I've spoken to them via chat once, but like we're good. You know what I mean? Relationship restored. Okay. I am not a bot, I promise. That's exactly what a bot would say. I should have a chat catchphrase. Like some sort of a riddle that I make you do, right? That is pretty sus. I agree. It's pretty sus. I'm gonna start banning people. Oh, I keep forgetting. I have all these things. I take all my time and I build all these things and I forget to use them. And why? I don't know why. I'm not a bot, says the bot. Only part of me is a bot. You'll never have to guess which part. Uh-oh. All right. How do we know you're not a bot? I can't be a bot, okay? Listen, I'm just a normal, well-adjusted guy who couldn't... Don't you worry about me. I'm not a bot, okay? Well, it's not your brain. Oh, boy. Oh, someone's coming out with the gloves on, all right? Let's just get these stabs stabbed, okay? We're not here to fight. X-Files for the win. Hey, I do have a robot friend. Yes. Hold on. Let me... Yes, my little robot friend is very cool, and I like him a lot, and he follows me around. He's so cute. I showed this at the beginning of stream, but I'll show you again. My hands are so shaky, it's impossible for you to see. Look at him. As I move my head, he turns. Isn't he cute? He's so cute. All right. Let's go to side cam. Your transitions and stuff are super cool. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I like to make dumb stuff. Now, I'm no beige lad, all right? So I don't have... Woo! Did you see that? You didn't see that. I just caught something. How many cams are you running? Well, okay. Let's count the cameras in this room right now. Because I have a bunch of cameras on my drums right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 cameras. Bandersnatch 81 isn't a bot. He's a cybernetic organism sent from the future to find the mother of the leaders of human resistance. And he can type in italic in Twitch chat. That's pretty sus. Oh, I think it's just the /me. Beige breh. Beige didn't send me a breh. Aubrey got to set it up. Okay, listen. For clarity, I come from a video production background, so I had all these cameras for the most part. This little robot literally got delivered at like 30 minutes before stream started, so it's very new, but most of these other cameras, in fact, all of these other cameras I had before I ever started streaming. So, yeah, it's not like I bought them to stream with, but they just happen to be very handy. But yeah, I do love filming stuff. It's been great to be able to make content, and I love live content because it's like you just sit down and make the content, and there's no editing, there's no nothing. You just kind of go, and that's pretty rewarding in my opinion. Aubrey, how long have you been streaming? I have 3 DSLRs. That's more than enough. That's how many DSLRs is too many? 3 is a lot. And yet you haven't filmed me like one of your French girls. Come to Montana and we will make something atrocious. All right. Hey, if you want to see, I made a channel trailer recently. If you want to see an example of some of the stuff that I've produced recently, !trailer will get you a YouTube link for my trailer I made for this channel. But I saw the solder cam and insta followed. That one's nauseating. That one's like a serial killer's POV though. I don't know why people, and also I am planning to eventually do a stream where I use an Oculus Rift to solder with just the POV solder cam, and that's maybe gonna kill me. Here, I'll put this in chat. Whoops, I can't spell. There we go. Alrighty. This is like the boring part of stream that I feel like every time I'm doing it, I should have done it ahead of time. And I'm feeling that right now. I'm like just sitting here, the Fresh Prince of Dead Air, just painting stuff, which to be fair is like the entire content of a lube stream, but still. It's somehow different when it's like in the middle of a keyboard stream. It like feels like it interrupts your flow. You know what I'm saying? Lubing is my favorite part. It is cathartic. I just am thinking in terms of like content, entertainment value. There's nothing to blow up by plugging in the USB port incorrectly. Some of us love stand content. We stand content. That's literally soldering with lag IRL. True. Quiet and loud lubing all work out. That's true. That's true. I appreciate the perspective, chat. I think it's maybe nice to have some dynamics, right? This is the mezzo piano, in fact, possibly the legato part of the stream, right? And then we'll go into our fortissimo by the end when stuff's popping off, and that's actually quite literal because you should see the way that I install keycaps. It's deranged, but it's okay. Whoop! Dang it! I dropped something. I owe filet 1 penny. I owe him 40 cents now. I've dropped 40 things. I'm just here for the coda. What's the coda? What are we going to do for a coda? A DC Alphinae? Is that what that is? The repeat? The second ending? There's so many things. Also, okay, so if you are new here, just as a heads up, I do keyboard stuff, but I think in general, my schedule is going to be a mixed bag. So, like, for instance, on Thursday, I'm going to be doing it'll be makers and crafting, but I will be building electronics that aren't keyboards, okay? And then on Saturdays, I tend to do drum streams where I play covers of songs. We hold you hostage with redeems. That is true. That is the second, third, and fourth ending is when I'm trying to go to bed and y'all are redeeming everything. I should just have a button to disable redemptions like preemptively. But I think that's like, I don't want to take the power away from the people because I'm not that guy. Okay. Let's see. We got the bass coat. Drummer, yes. Yes, indeed. I do play them drums. If you want to watch a Swiss cheese worth of audio of that, you can check out my previous VOD from Saturday. It's funny, like, which bands or songs get muted on VODs and which ones don't, but whatever. I roll the dice and I leave the VODs up. But yeah, that's the... I do be playing them drums. All right, let's get out the forbidden marshmallow paste and let us apply to our stab wires. Uh-oh. Frickin' Sinvec. Okay. Let me get this one stabilizer finished and then we'll spin the wheel. Now, for context, I feel like this got out of hand, okay? So most streamers are nice and wholesome and they have a hydrate command, right? Y'all are familiar, y'all have been on Twitch. Well, because I'm not like other girls, I decided I'm gonna do a dehydrate command in which I just chug table salt. However, my wife is very concerned for my well-being, as is my life insurance company. Not really, I don't have life insurance yet, but I'd like to not be like super duper high blood pressure by the time I go to apply for a life insurance policy. Broken Youth, thank you for the follow. My wife she's in the medical field, so she legitimately was worried about how much table salt I was eating because my entire chat was making me eat so much salt during a stream that she's like, we can't do that. So what I ended up doing was I created the Wheel of Suffering, which I spin whenever chat redeems it for a measly 999 channel points, okay? Freaking far too cheap, every 30 minutes, all right? With a maximum of 5 per stream, but still, that's a lot. So we spun it already tonight, and I had to take a lap around my house, which I live in Montana, which is like wildfire central right now, which is really, really good for my lungs to do. Okay, here we go. Ready? The Wheel of Suffering. Here we go. Son of a gun. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh man, I ate G Fuel last time and that sucked, but all right, I gotta go get some Kool-Aid. Look what I found. It's a grumpy cat. All right. Alrighty. Yes, that is Little Miss Mabel. We're in luck, chat. I have... Oh, 0 calories. Excellent. Feel we really monkey pod Mrs. Brez concerns with this wheel. I think you guys are right. I think this is like out of the frying pan into the fire kind of territory. She's actually not that grumpy. Watch here. Let's cut to solder cam so I can POV show you. Look at her over there, licking her paw. You can barely even see on this camera what it doing. Anyways, what a goober that cat is. It's time. It's time to... Okay, what flavors of Kool-Aid? Strawberry kiwi is what we had. And I think I'm just going to try to shoot the whole packet for better or for worse. Now, I'm going to close my drawer this time because there was so much like G Fuel powder in my drawer last time. All right. Should we do this? Wait, hold on. Should we do this with the face tracking cam? I think that's a great idea. Wait, it's tracking her. Wait. No way. That's did that scare you as much as it scared me? Okay. All right, let's zoom in. Here we go. Wait, is it tracking this guy now? No. Okay, whatever. Bottoms up, you filthy animals. That doesn't get easier, man. That is... Oh, mercy. Heavens above. Wow.
Hey, 911. Yeah, it's me, Nathan. I did something dumb again. Can you pick me up? Thanks.
It certainly is better than G Fuel. We do take those. On the on the NFL power rankings of bad things I put in my body for stream, I would say that's probably a not at the not bad side. It's just intense. Like keyboards are supposed Kool-Aid is supposed to have sugar, all right? That's the issue. There's no freaking sugar in this. It's straight no chaser.
Hey, 911. Yeah, it's me, Nathan. I did something dumb again. Can you pick me up? Thanks.
Gotta put them in a teaspoon maximum. Well, like, this is 1 gram. I don't know how much. 0.17 ounces. I don't really know. It is convenient that it was 1 packet. Okay, shall we go back to the stabilizers on this absolutely deranged keyboard building stream? What are we doing here? Who lets me go on the internet? Oh, speaking of which, speaking of deranged.
Don't worry. I got you. There we go. Can you hear me now? Yeah, you can. Okay. I converted this old telephone into a microphone. So now that's how I recorded that call clip. Anyways, if you haven't seen this before, I just want to show you that.
How neat is that? I'm something of a scientist myself. You know. My mouth is so dry. Are you kidding me? That sucked. It's just bitter too. Like it's not even like good Kool-Aid flavor. But all things considered, it's better than taking a shot of like hot sauce. I need to get some hotter hot sauce though. Right now the hottest hot sauce I have in my fridge is sriracha. And chat was rioting last time I had to take that because they said it wasn't hot enough, which is kind of true. Yo, Wasabi. Hello, welcome. Let's get a little shouty out for my boy. Welcome to the stream. I can't type on this thing. Appreciate you being here. How was the rest of your day on GTA on Saturday? I came back after I ate and got some stuff done and you were offline. I was like, I hope it was fun. I hope they had a good time. Got to get some habanero. Well, okay. A little sneak peek preview trailer coming soon to home DVD and video. I own a bottle of hot sauce that is known as Reaper Squeezins. All right. It's pretty much just pureed Carolina Reapers in vinegar. But it's at the office right now because I was like torturing my coworkers with it. So I will get that. What? Hold on. What the dog doing? What the dog doing? Huh? What's going on in here? Nothing. Everybody's crazy. Everybody's deranged. I don't get it. Maybe she usually like will run in her sleep. Oh, black garlic stream. Wait, I put that on my lunch the other day. Oh, you want me to not take it away? Drew, it's the good stuff. I can leave it at work for sure. I actually, you know what I do have? I shouldn't tell you this. I have 24 freeze-dried seed-in Carolina Reapers in my cabinet. Now, listen, maybe that could be a channel redemption in and of itself. Is like 100,000 channel points, and I will eat one of those. But what I was originally planning to do was to, I was gonna make like donuts, but I was gonna make 6 donuts, and one donut has an entire Carolina Reaper in it. And then my friends and I would just all eat one because I thought it'd be fun, like Russian roulette or like milkshakes, but one milkshake has an entire Carolina Reaper. You know, because that would be almost like a taunt. You're already drinking a milkshake. Wait. Wasabi, what keycap? You got to pick a keycap from my board. Although technically they're all just dots. So we can just spin whichever dot you would like. Donut roulette. That, yeah, exactly. I call this Nathan roulette. See, Elvin, dude, Elvin, come to Montana. We'll play donut roulette together. All right, you can put your money where your mouth is, and you might have to eat a Carolina Reaper too. Okay. Okay, hear me out. Stream idea, Elvin. You, me, Appa, Geo, and Appa's dad. Okay? That's who we get together on stream. I think that would be a power combo. Less than 8? You think it'll take me less than 8? Okay, let's get the redemptions filled for the boys, shall we? So the first request was you spin me right round. Now, here's some context. Someone came into my chat and said, hey, can you put the B key on your Wow Stick electronic screwdriver and spin it around? And they said, I asked Alex Otis to do this and he said no. Or he didn't, maybe he didn't see it or whatever. So now I'm asking you, and I said, sure, I'll do that. And then they never came back. Look at that. How fun. How neat is that? How very fun. We love that. We stand that. Okay, put that back. Yeah, Appa's dad. He's always Elvin, are you telling him he can't come to Montana? Listen, from what I've heard, it sounds like he wants to visit, all right? Do not deny him the opportunity to come eat hot peppers with some of his closest friends, okay? I've heard him making noise in the background of stream, all right? I consider that friendship, okay? All right, the next one we have to do is a croc attack. And Wasabi says less than 8. Okay. Well, we'll be the judge of that. He thinks that it will bite me in less than 8. Let's find out. Here we go. We're starting from the edges this time, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4. This one or this one? This one. 5, 6. Let's just finish out this side. 7, 8. It's like Raiders of the Lost Ark. That crocodile knows timing. He bit me right on the drop of that song. What's wrong with him? All right, let's get this last stab done, shall we? Let's stop lollygagging around on stream, okay? What are we even doing with our lives? Collectively. I ask you this. Come on. There we go. All right. Let's mark some redemptions as done, shall we? Spin the wheel. Done. Dehydrate. Done. 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 All right. More of a dilly-dally guy myself. You know, some lollygag, some dilly-dally, you know? It's kind of, you know, some linger and loiter, right? It's kind of personal preference. At the end of the day, the most important thing in keyboards is personal preference. And if you would rather dilly-dally or faff about rather than lollygag, that's totally good, you know? That's totally your choice. Okay. Let us attach these. Now, these are kind of cool. They're screwless. What even are those words? It's the English language, my friend. It's a beautiful thing. It's the most sophisticated and elegant language on the planet, in case you haven't heard. And I hate it. It's okay. It's just okay. Now the question is, which way do these go? Do they go this way? No, they don't fit that way. So we'll go back to this way, the way I was doing it. Because I gave up on my dreams. Hey, all right, we're in, boys. Boys, I think I'm in. I'm in, boys. All right, let's grab one nebula. And let's grab... You know what? I'm going to make an executive decision. Which, I mean, literally every decision that I make for the stream is executive because I almost never let you guys vote. But we're going to put Serika on this bad boy. Let's test out the spacebar. How bent is this spacebar? Now, let's put the little inserts in just so that we can make sure that if any ticking we hear is being produced, it's not from them not being fully seated. Okay. That's pretty nice. Honestly. Let's get the rest of it assembled. And I can always come back in. I have 205 grade 2 here. And I can inject that into the stabs later. Okay? Let's go ahead and just move on. You know what I'm saying? Honest moment here. You really need your 3090 or are you compensating for something? I actually... okay. Don't judge me. Okay? But... nice graphics cards are very helpful when you're video editing. And I do a lot of video editing because I do video production as a side hustle. B, I bought that GPU pretty much at MSRP in like mid 2020. I mined enough Bitcoin to pay for the GPU. I cashed it out and now I'm good. So that GPU was free, my friends. So listen, I know I'm a filthy crypto scammer miner, but it did help me get a free 3090, so that's kind of neat. I prefer Klingon, the language of warriors, but none of you worms speak it. You gonna get out your batleth and fight me? Huh? That's right. I know about your weapons. I'll forgive. Thank you, Akigami. It did work out. Bruh, at least you dipped in and out. Yeah. Well, I just didn't want to burn it up because it's like I bought it not to mine. I bought it to edit video. So like, how stupid would it be if I just got greedy and mined on it until it died? Like, I was like, I just don't want to pay for it, but I want to use it. So I kind of babied it. It took me a little longer than I wanted to pay for it. But once I did, I was like, cool. You can rest now, sweet prince. I can't speak Klingon, but I know what a Klingon is. I am actually a pretty big Star Trek fan. Where's Jason 7 of 9 when you need him? Honor demands I decline a challenge from a weakling such as you. You know what? I accept those terms. I could never fight a Klingon. Klingons would eat me for breakfast. And I know that. Oh, yo, it's him. We just Beetlejuiced Jason 7 of 9. Hello. Welcome to the stream. We got a Klingon here, my guy. I'm not going to drop names, but I remember seeing a streamer who had a few 3070 Ti boxes sitting on the back bed. Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. I mean, like, yeah, sure, a bunch of people grabbed a bunch of GPUs during the shortage, but also a lot of people now are left with a bunch of inventory, and they don't know what to do with it. Let's see. Just wait till wildfire season ends and his lungs clear up. Then I'll freaking fight you. Do you watch The Big Bang Theory? I do not. No. I've seen clips. I know what it is. But no, I do not watch it actively. Okay. Okay, so now I think it's time for the plate. Right? Plate. And I do prefer plate foam. Waiting for money to get it. Isn't it nice that they are MSRP? I do also appreciate like the 3070 Ti's being an attempt to nerf mining so that the rest of us could get something. Okay, so this plate foam really didn't consider wires. So that's neat. You know, that's a fun thing that we have. Just complete and utter stab wire smooshing. So I guess, are we still going to use it? Maybe. Maybe not, though. This is the polycarb plate that I got. There's an episode where they play Klingon Scrabble. Oh, that's fun. I'm kind of wondering if I just don't use the foam. Because the real issue is the stabilizers. I can always cut it out, though. You know? Should we do some light surgery or just yeet the foam? Let's just try yeeting the foam. I mean, the problem is it's a soldered board, right? So if it's not in there, then it might suffer acoustically for it. But you know what? These are the risks that we have to take as pioneers, all right? As visionaries who are building keyboards that are made for us, not by us. The 3070 is a crazy GPU coming from a guy who can game stream with one without dropping any frames. Nice. Yeah, I did put a 3070 Ti in my wife's computer. And it's been awesome. It's been perfect. Ooh, you know what I have? I have a freaking plate fork. Oh, not in here. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Well, there it is. I bought a board from P3D that I haven't built yet, and but I do know it comes with a plate fork, which is really convenient. All right, let me catch up on chat. It's also hilarious to find that NVIDIA briefly made a 20 gigabyte 3080 before the shortage hit. They were never released. Oh, interesting. 3070 is a crazy GPU. Yeah, I'm struggling to watch stream and game on my 1660 Super. The thing I don't like about the 30 high series, like 3090, is the power consumption. Like, it's like they just don't care anymore, and they're just like, whatever. And so keeping it cool is impossible. Clean your desk fan, it's really dusty. I actually have a bunch of replacement filters. I'm just lazy. But yeah, you're right. You right. I feel like I really didn't use the plate fork correctly there. I just sort of ignored it. That's not what I want to be doing with my life. Are there markings on this for what this needs to be? No. Well, that's fun. Oh, I should also really not be starting at the outer edges if I'm going to use a plate fork. Should I? That's like the worst thing I could do here. 40X X series is supposed to be even thirstier. Oh boy. The PSUs are weeping already. It's going to become even more of an issue when people put crappy PSUs in their builds, you know? How many unbuilt keyboards do you have? Do you actually want to know? I can pull it up. I have it in a spreadsheet. This is going to be embarrassing. Let's see. I have Keyboards. Rip electricity bill for sure. I'm ready to see. Needs building. Including this one, 18. Yep. I got a few. So I'm going AMD. That's good. Let's see. The efficiency curve is so good. Is it really? I haven't actually ever used an AMD GPU. Yeah, I got 18. I went on a like pre-ordering binge like last year. And I haven't really ordered much since, you know. I haven't ordered much GMK, whatever. Haven't ordered much of whatever, right? But stuff's starting to roll in, you know? And I can't keep up. Let me just say. What's the cheapest 75 to 85% I have? Like built or unbuilt? Because I also have a buttload of built boards that I'm trying to eventually sell. My guy said I'm set for content for the next year or more. No, I literally am. Like looking at my list of streams that I can stream. How many do I have? I can stream 40 weeks with content. Yeah. I have 40 weeks of content. And that's not that's including boards that haven't shipped yet. So, you know, that's assuming they show up at some point during those 40 weeks. And that's including lubing switches, yes. So, I mean, I don't have that many, but that's like, yeah, it's a lot. Okay, you asked for the cheapest 75 to 80% that I have. Let's check, because I also track prices. Keyboards. Let's see, what's good? Well, I know for a fact that I have a, well, actually, let's filter this. Filter, add condition, where, let's see. What would it be? Layout? I don't see that. Layout, there we go. Has any of, we'll add TKL, and we'll also add 75%. And do I have a 80%? No, okay. There we go. Now we look at price. The Mysterium, I built a Mysterium, that was 90 bucks. A Canon Keys stacked TKL was one of them. Oh, the Nibble, the 65% Nullbits Nibble with macro pad. That's one. That's one of the cheaper ones. Yeah. Yeah. So, there you go. K Kona, hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back. Oh, that's embarrassing. Hold on. Welcome back to the Brad Basement. Oh my goodness. Butt spot. I mean, Brabot. Should we put little googly eyes on him? Do you think that's going to mess up his ability to track or overstrain his motors? I think we should do it. We should put little googly eyes on him. Is this a PC plate? Yes, it is. It is indeed. Oof. It is tight. Holy moly. Good thing I have a plate fork, huh? This would have been a nightmare. A waking nightmare. Staying clear of the forest fire smoke. I'm trying, man, but it's a lot. Yeah, it's like, you know, you kind of, I want to take my dog out for walks at least, but it's like I have pretty bad asthma, so it's rough. Uh-oh. Oh no. Air no. How about you? You doing okay? What's the motion controller called again? The whole camera is the Insta360 Link is the name of it. Insta360 makes all kinds of cameras, but the Link specifically just came out like earlier this year. So far, I'm impressed. I'm never okay. Oh no. Oh no. You know what really doesn't help with this is that it's like the flexiest PCB. Okay. I think we're like pretty clear on this row. Let's do a couple more here. That's a good price. I might consider it only 300 bucks. It's nice. You know, it's funny. Like you can tell quality wise, it's good. Sorry, this is kind of awkward, but let me zoom out a little bit so you can see. Like this is a nice image. It's not quite as nice as this one, but this is like a $3,000 setup between the camera and the lens. So like it's literally an order of magnitude more expensive and definitely not worth orders of magnitude more in terms of just streaming. Obviously for filming stuff, it's great, but like, yeah. Anyways, so far I've literally had it. I got it. It got delivered 30 minutes before stream. So I've had it for minutes, hours, moments, just brief moments we've shared, this camera and I. But so far, really like it. It's my quick and dirty review for y'all. Have you tried the desk view? Let's try it. Let's freaking do it live. Ready? Let's go to the Bray cam. Let's disable motion tracking. Let's zoom out. Desk cam. You know, it's doing its best. What about this? What are we looking at now? Oh, it's privacy overhead mode. Oh. Okay. Well, we'll go back to this. Insane. It's a good little piece of kit. Methinks. It's fun. Well, you can't see what I'm doing. I go the rest of the stream without switching to a different view. Thought about it, but I want a cam to take pics first. Yeah, that's the nice thing is like, now I will say this, just maybe this is a mental thing. What's the FPS? I don't actually know, but it does shoot in 4K. I'm running it in 1080p right now, but it does go 4K. I don't know about the FPS though. I would imagine you get at least like 60, but like its whole shtick is that it's for like group meetings or whatever, you know, like Zoom meetings. So I don't really know that it's like super high frame rate per se, but yeah, I'm not sure. Whoop. Now I'm gonna, I kind of did the big dumb here. Okay, so what I was gonna say is what I've found personally is that I'm more likely to go out and make content if my camera's not tied up in a stream setup. It's if like personally, and maybe some of you out there are this way too, I need to remove every last slight bit of inconvenience in my life, otherwise I don't do stuff, right? Like I won't go shoot content if I just need to take away those barriers, and then I'm more motivated to do that, right? It's kind of like the whole like, just don't commit to a workout, just commit to going to physically be at the gym, and then you'll just be there already and you'll work out, right? It's kind of like that, where for me, I've had to work hard to break that mental block of like, all right, I can take this off the stand, you know, and go film something, even though it's annoying. But yeah, we're gonna swap the switches on my board. I'll be back in like 30 minutes. Let's go. Sounds good. Thanks for being here. 4K 30, 1080p 60, 720p 60. Nice. Thanks for following up on that. So yeah, that's pretty standard. A nice 4K 30 and then a 1080p 60. So if you want to do slightly HFR or high frame rate, you can do that. Cool. Very cool. We like those. We take those. Oh. This one's going to be annoying because that spacebar wire. I didn't have the foresight to. Dang it. I wish I had. That's okay. What's the cheapest? I think it was the Nullbits Nibble. But that's kind of not... Canon keys stacked TKL. You can... I don't know if there's... It's just a stacked acrylic board from Canon keys. I don't know if they're available right now. I know they have like the Practice 75 or the Practice whatever. But that... It's basically that with a an acrylic case. So... All right. Well, I think the worst of it is over. I have that board and key Breaking Bad set. Oh, I have that keycap set. I just haven't put it on anything yet. Solid sound for less than 100. Nice. Good to know. Yeah, I've been meaning to like build and sort of review it for a long time. I just haven't done it. Do you like that reverse grid, Bray? I need to switch to StreamerBot from Triggerfire because I'm running... I hit my 20 slots and I don't want to pay them. And I think it would only give me 10 more anyways. Or 20 more. So I'd, like, I could only ever have so many. And I want more! The Breaking Bad set is so good. So is the desk mat. I have the one that's like the Heisenberg drawing on like a sheet of notebook paper. It's really nice. The blue on the stack TKL looks great. Nice. Yeah, it's... I mean, I'm glad Canon Keys is running that kind of stuff. Like, it's like, this is literally either practice or like the super entry level. And, you know, it's not going to be a key cold, obviously, but like, get your feet wet. I'm a fan of blue things. Yeah, I have the yellow one with the mask on it. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, there. Oh yeah, I was trying to think about keyboard companies that had gotten licenses with big IPs, and novel keys. I thought of Star Wars, but yeah, I forgot they had Breaking Bad too, because Clackeys has Magic the Gathering. Okay, I gotta figure out the layout that I want for this. Pollos Hermanos desk mat. Yes. Oh, I already had this link open. Clackeys Magic the Gathering. Yeah. I ordered the Artisan, and I won the desk mat at the Keyblife meetup, which I'm really hyped about. Clackeys Magic the Cheeksering. Very nice. Thank you, Buttspot. You know, Buttspot is a bit of a plague that we've spread across the keyboard community. I think I first saw it in Tiffany's stream, Starfire, and I got a bunch of people using it now, and it's great. I love it. Yep. Do you have it, Fuzz? You should. I don't know if that one's the right one. Let's get a couple mods to test it out. Need to add it? Yeah, it's super easy. Might have missed my post. Just wanted to share it with you. Trying to figure out the color to pick. Oh, sorry. Oh, on our Discord DM decided to go with the JRS. Okay. Fantastic energy boys. Nice. Okay. Picking the color. Ah. Ain't that just the way? What are you leaning towards? Also, what keycap set would you put on it? These are the important questions. Have you seen Over the Garden Wall? Yes. That's one of my favorite shows of all time, and I'm very excited for this year's rewatch. I rewatch it every year. Such a good show. Turtle Cat has taste. Ain't that just the way? I know, it's so cute. I love also, I'm just eating leaves. That's a good quote. Also, the best line. What is it? We're here to burgle your turts. Hey, that sounds nice. Oh, Frodo in it. I will watch. Dude, you, Jason. Prepare yourself for a treat. I wish I could go back to the first time I watched it, because that was a magical experience. Oh, such a good show. What's your Grail keycap set? Mine is Space Cadet 2. I put Space Cadet, like Space Cadet as in the blue and gray set, because that is in stock on Novel Keys, by the way. I have the blue base on a board. You know, I don't know that I have a Grail that I haven't either already ordered or have delivered, because for a long time it was Botanical, but that reran, so I grabbed it. I would say probably the set that I want the most that I don't have either ordered or own is Pre-Press. I love Dual Shot, but I ordered that on round 2. GMK Grand Prix, yep. That one's nice. But yeah, Pre-Press was really nice, and I never bit because it was so expensive. Even when it ran, that I never bit, and now it's like, I don't even think the base kit's in stock, but that's a problem. Black maroon with a gold PVD, and then I would want black on black or gray on black, but there isn't a key set like that strikes me. There's the PBT set from Novel Keys, right? Cinder or Ember, whatever that one is. If it's full black with chroma PVD, then I might throw GMK Mechlon. Yes, but I want a case color to stand out, and black would be a no-go. Cream plus PVD black polish is tempting for a Ramsey's desk mat. You know, here's my takeaway, all right? I pick a safe option every time. I have a black case right here, right? And I go, what would be a case that would go with the most keycap sets? However, the one thing that I've learned is that I never regret picking a case to go with a single keycap set, because I'm not really changing out keycap sets that often, except for this one, and that's just because it appears on stream a lot. So if I can find the absolute perfect S tier pairing, that will stay forever. And so that looks better than a board that like could work with anything. It never tends to work as well. It's something that's just like the one that I put together the other day. I had the Cerakote done for the black cherry color with GMK. Oh, what was it? It wasn't Yuri. It was that beige keycap set. Anyways, GMK Pepperoni and Arabian Sea. Neither met MOQ. Oh, I've had a couple sets that didn't meet MOQ, and I can't remember what they were. But yes. Oh, you know what also? One that never even made it to group buy, but is exactly on brand with my stream aesthetic, is GMK Velo. I was so disappointed that this got like indefinitely delayed because I was like, this is my colors. Please make this. So I guess maybe this. I would also really, really love to see a GMK or at least just a cherry profile version of Recall. Exactly, that's what I want. Perfection between keyboard and keycaps. The black keycaps you mentioned were tempting, but a different font. Yes, they are. And they're going to be PBT. So if you want that ABS sound, I don't know, you know, if you really care too much about that, but okay. All right, everybody. It's time for some soldering. So for those of you who have not seen me solder before, get ready because we have a POV solder cam that's kind of scary, but don't you worry. Everything's going to be just fine. Let's put these caps back though, lest I taint them with flux core spittering everywhere. Isn't that a fun word that's not a real word? Spittering. Heh. Now I'm just tired of the same old cherry legending font look. Yeah, there's not a lot of keycap sets that have different fonts, huh? Cam Wraith. Yes, I have Cam Wraith. I was taking time off from the hobby and not keeping up with it. Cam Wraith is a great set. Pretty much anything Bip makes is great with Love and R2. Well, he did Dark Wraith, didn't he? I wouldn't be surprised if that eventually ran another on R2 because I think Bip's name has enough weight to it that they'd run it. Okay. Dude, like a cherry profile Wraith would be amazing, but you couldn't really do it with the way that, you know, it has to kind of be dice up. So I guess you could do it in PBT, same as the OG, but all right, let's take a quick peekaroo, make sure that all the pins appear to be correctly inserted. Yes. Oh, I'm liking what I'm seeing, folks. I don't think we have any missing pins. Here we go. Do you think I should consider the desk mat to tie in with my keyboard? Oh, for sure. Yeah. The desk mat keycap keyboard 1, 2, 3 combo. Now, obviously, budget is something to consider. Like, but yeah, it's great. But I would say desk mat third. If I'm gonna prioritize, no tip. What do you mean? It thinks that it doesn't have a soldering iron tip. It's possible that I messed with it slightly too much. There we go. Now it knows. All right, solder cam. Can we see you? We can. Dun it, dun it, dun it, dun it. Solder cam. Let's move it up a little bit. Like that. Sorry, I feel like I'm just grabbing you by the neck. All right, here we go. And then I waterboard you. Where's the money, Lebowski? And we're back. Oh, I'm stuck. Yep. Getting baptized. How's the back of my head looking, chat? Any bald spots yet? You gotta let me know. I can't see back there. Wish Kanekey's CXA profile would have gained more traction so designers would consider it. Because the low pro of Cherry, it has low pro of Cherry with the big center legends. Oh, interesting. Okay, I do like them chunky legends. That some call me the chunky legend, believe it or not. At least you don't have a receding hairline. Thankfully it stopped. Just need to find a way to regrow. Ah. CXA. Cool. How many... Did they run keycap sets in CXA? Or was it just like, hey, here's a profile, and then they never ran any? VC boy. Like Vancouver. Very clean. What do VC mean? So far it's just black and white, white and black. They ran as in stock. Ah, gotcha, gotcha. You know what had kind of a fun font? Was GMK Hennessy. Was that different than normal? I feel like it was. Has a lot of potential. Caps are more scooped. Should have the SA feel without the height. Oh, cool. Oh, voice chat. Wait, can you not hear me? I don't get it. I'm a voice chat boy? Like you can't hear me because my head's down here? Oh, that's what it was, the lowercase mods. Yeah. Soldering iron cam lit. Thank you, backspace woo. I appreciate that. I find it nauseating, but you're looking at it, not me. Actually, I think it has a light built in. Hold on. Can we turn that up? Yeah, we can. Need like 30 minutes. Wait, 30 minutes for what? What are we talking about? What's going on? Is Akigami Mango and Key Circle, the 3 troublemakers, wanting to do VC. Crim on the Jairus might not work with the Ramses desk mat. Yeah, please do. I'm curious. Was Ramses that SA set from that ran on like KBD fans? Or am I thinking of something else? Hold on. That switch fell through. Hey, yo, we can't be doing that. We got VC to say things we can't say on stream. Oh, you guys are coordinating your own VC? Oh, but it was Omni-type. Oh, gotcha. Ouch. We use Starfire's VC to chat? What is this? Does she know? Have you asked for permission? Oh, she joins us? Oh, okay. I see. Wait, am I even in Starf's Discord? Can you put an invite in my chat? Oh, I'm not yet? Oh, no. All right. I think the soldering's done, so let's do a quick test. You're missing out? Dude, link me. Oh no, this cable's stick. Have I really gotten this cable wedged? And it's from my corporate sugar daddy space cables too, as a gift. And now I've gotten it stuck. Bleh. Now come on, now come on now. Come on now, you hear? Here. We can fix this. Mango on fire right now? Bruv. Mango, why you come in my chat? You disrespect me. Okay? Alright? In front of my family. I'm not even Italian. Alright. Let's open up Via. Let's reset the Borb. Boop, 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 boop. Little arrow cluster, little backspace, little of that, little escape, tabby tab. Get the Q in there, can't miss that. That guy, all these guys. Yup. Presumably this is like a function. Yes, it is. Delicious. These all work. Caps lock works. Hey! First try. Everything is good. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Now, let's go ahead and get some gaskets mounted, shall we? I think at this point we're done with this mat. Let's put this away. Y'all just holding out on me with that Starfire Discord link, huh? I see how it is. There we go. We hang that up. Oh, thank you. Still, I can always count on you. What a real one that Stiletto is. I used to mentor a robotics team. I used to be on a robotics team. Was it First Robotics? Join. I always have to do this. It's always awkward because my name on Discord is my actual name. And I don't want to change it because I have friends and family members that I am friends with on Discord. But I also, like, don't want to... here we go. Don't want to appear as that because people will be like, who? Who mega lol? Have you heard of the cheesy poofs? No. No, I joined VC. Listen, I heard a rumor that y'all were saying things that you couldn't say on stream. So ain't no way I'm getting banned off of Twitch because of you cotton-headed ninny muggins. How old are you? Me? How old am I? Wait, how old do you think I am, Mango? Let me start with that. How old do I look? How old do I feel? At least 3. Okay. That's a good one. 27. 38. All right. Elf is a great movie. Thank you. Agreed. 32, 33. Are there ads right now? I thought I turned those off today. Appa helped me a little bit. All right. Any other guessers as to the age of your strimmer? We got a 32, 33, 38, 27, and 3. $28 from Wasabi. 27, 28. Bro about to say he did FRC in 1998. Let's get full coverage, 29. All right, well, abstraction layer, you are correct. I turned 29 in July. So, you know, I'm tickling on 30 though, you know. You're maybe 30. I'm close. 69 or 420. Both. I am both ages. Dang, buy me a Coke? No, you buy me a Coke. Yunari, thank you for the follow. May I cordially welcome you down to the bread basement. You know, it's not quite the same effect, but it is also kind of cool. There we go. The like extra wide angle. It's kind of cool. You know? I don't mind it. Basically my age, let's go. Here, let's freaking clean up after ourselves because we're not cavemen. We're We're almost 30 for gosh sakes. Let's actually clean this up. Let's actually even maybe hit it with a little bit of eyeglass cleaner. Whee! Dang, I was pulling for older but looks younger vibe. I'm going to be pulling for that too, frankly. I hope to be pulling for that for a long time. But I feel like I look my age, which I'm not mad about. Like, it's a good age to be. You know what I mean? It's a pleasant age to be. When I was 31, people were guessing 25. Yeah, you do not look like you're in your 30s, honestly. Because I met Stiletto at Keeblife, and yeah, you do not look like you're in your 30s. You have a youthful appearance, I would say. A vitality, a life about you, you know, a vivacity, if you will. If you have the audacity. Just turned 36. Okay. Oh, to be in my 30s again. Yeah, I'm going to try to live it up. Here, let me tell you. My goal, and I need chat to hold me accountable, okay? My goal is that my 30s, I am the healthiest that I've ever been. Well, maybe not that I've ever been, because I was a swim team kid. Fuzz was a swim team kid. But like, okay, here's what happened to me. September 10th? What? Wait, happy freaking birthday, Stiletto. Congrats. That's like 2 days ago. So here's my goal. So I was a swim team kid, right? Worked hard, swam hard, ate hard. Then I quit the swim team and I kept eating hard, but I stopped the other two, you know what I'm saying? And it caught up with me real freaking fast. And so for context, I am just under 6 foot. I'm like a quarter inch under, so I'm basically 6 feet tall. And when I was on the swim team, I was like 145 pounds, like soaking wet. I was not built at all. But then this January, post several lockdowns, I was 222, which according to the BMI chart, which, you know, don't put all your marbles on the BMI chart, right? Like, it's got its flaws. It's not accurate for everyone. But according to the BMI index, I was technically just a shade above overweight. I was in the obese category at 222, and I was like, oh mercy. I am out of breath all the time. My knees really hurt, and I'm 28. That's bad. So I decided, okay, fine. I'm going to fix this problem that I've created for myself. First of all, what the dump? Do we need to... These gaskets are not making contact with the plate. I sense a problem with that. How tall are you? I am 6 feet. Show pics. I actually do have pics, but hold on. My goal was... And actually, I actually mentioned this before because I said I had a Lego set. I have a Lego Seinfeld set that I wanted to build. But my goal was I'm going to build it when I am under 200. It's going to be a little treat for myself. And that's what I'm going to do. Well, turns out, not turns out, just by fixing my diet, I am now 181. So I've lost 40 pounds. Which is nice. My knees feel infinitely better, like legitimately so much better. I'm gonna try a double gasket here. Let's just mess around, see if the cops come. And also, yeah, I'm in better breath, or like I have better breath. I work on the 3rd floor and I work at the office 5 days a week, and I was freaking winded going up those stairs every day. It was embarrassing. And so now it's like that doesn't really happen. I'm still not in good shape. Like, I haven't started working out. Here's the other thing. I was working out back when I was like 222, right? But I was just still eating like a maniac. And so I stopped working out and just fixed my diet. And that has proved to be very, very successful. So for those reasons, my goal is to get down to like 175 and then hit the gym really hard and see if I can like put on some beef, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see. But yeah, my ultimate challenge to myself was, can I be in some of the best shape of my life at 30? Fire. 33410. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Enjoy the emotes. We got some, we got very few, but they're fun, okay? I now have Halo Halo in your keyboard. Hey, you're back. You can type again. How are they? I actually really like the switches that Dang Keebs has been putting out. So that's very nice. Appreciate it. Fire. Thanks again for the sub. You do not have to sub to this channel. It is not something I expect, but I do very much appreciate my subs. Y'all rock. You love Halo Halo so much. Great to hear it. KTT Halo Halos are goated. Okay. I should get some. I love the little ice cream container they come in. I know not all of them came that way because it was kind of a change they made, but they're so cute. I also love the little milk bottle that the strawberry milks came in. Kim agrees. I should get some of these freaking switches. All right. Ooh. Okay. In my opinion, you gotta lube them first. There's almost no switches. I think Oil Kings are the only switches I would consider not lubing. But like, yeah, I lube every switch. Well, other than like box jades or whatever, right? Like, why would you bother? Let's put some feets on this. Let's put some whittle feets on this. Can I just say, I do love me some recessed feet spots. That's such a nice touch. And these fit so well. These seem like custom cut feet too, because they have like the protective film. Strawberry milks are my next switch. They're nice. I have the linear strawberry milks in my daily driver at work, and they're fantastic. I also love boba LTs for linears. And then for tactiles, Zykos are the GOAT. But I love OG Holy Pandas. I honestly really like the Holy Panda X's too. I know they're kind of controversial. Alex stands for them and they've become a meme now, but KTT Roses. Aren't those the ones that are also like, he says you don't have to lube them? Like they're pre-lubed and the lube is actually well done. I'm always on the hunt for a switch that I don't need to lube. U4Ts are probably yeah. Bobas, that's true. I love bobas. Pretty much anything Gazoo makes though, I love. I have boba gums that I got from Stupid Bullets and I need to actually build a board with them. Not KTT Roses. What were the switches you really liked that were pre-lubed that weren't? Some say browns are the best. Some do say that. My coworker had me build him a board and he had me put 150 gram springs in T1s and that was madness. Wook browns. Also, aren't butter browns something people like? These are Nebulas, these switches. Okay. Let's do one more sanity check just to make sure this thing works. I've heard super good things in butter browns. I have too. Which makes me want to get them. In fact, I believe they were a giveaway item at Keeb Life, if I recall. Also, you know what is really, really good too? Brown butter. You ever made it? You just heat butter on the stove for a while and it turns into brown butter and it's freaking delish. Do it. Try it. You won't. Do it. It's delicious. How's the black garlic? Great question. Thank you for the follow-up. Don't know. It's been chilling for 3 weeks though. And my 900 CFM industrial kitchen hood is doing a great job of venting it into the alley. So far so good. Are we gonna get a black garlic cam? Maybe. No wonder you hit 220. Wait, 220 what? 220. I'm confused. What did I hit 220 in? I love light tactile pewters, meteor oranges, but I've never personally enjoyed signature dry scratch of cherry switches with a bump. Oh yeah, yes. True. I am actually planning to make a steak with this black garlic. I'm gonna take butter and bonito flakes and yeah, What do I think is the most overrated Switch? Well, before I built them, I would have told you Zycos because they're like $2 a Switch. But I would say Mango knows the. Does Mango know the ramen story, or are you actually making ramen? I would say Zeal. Anything from Zeal. I just, you know, they're okay, but they ain't worth the money. Sorry, I said it. I'm bold and brave and beautiful tonight. My genetics make it so that I main weight easier than lose it. Yeah, that I do. Oh, okay. PR Shots HD. You want to see some artisans? I'll show you some artisans. Now, if you can't tell, I have a deep and abiding love for GUI keys. So here we have my Imperials. Here we have my B stocks, including that guy. Here we have the Heckies. We have the Knighty from the Hollow Knight, another Imperial. We have the Skulls and his new sculpt, and I can't remember the name of it. Ridges, maybe. This is one that my wife won at Keyblythe. It's from Clackies. And then 2 of the Keyblythe ones. Boba Ufartees are overrated. Oh, and then a bunch of Rama stuff at the bottom. I love this Rama's burger. I think people hype them up a lot, but I do think they're solid Switches. But that is a hot take. That is a hot take. Your ancestors must be proud. All right, let's do a speed cap, folks. Freaking folks. Look at all these folks. Y'all know what a speed cap is, but if you don't, here's the deal. I keep my keycaps in these deli containers because it's efficient for storage. But then when I go to install them on a keyboard, I dump them out on my desk like an animal. And the consequence of this action is that it takes a lot longer to pick and place them onto the board. Yo, Mango. Therefore, I have decided to make it more fun and fast and fabulous if I did it as quickly as humanly possible, okay? So, let's see. Sorry, hold on. I got a bunch of notifications. This always happens. Ooh, I got a delivery. Oh, hi. Hi, Mango. My ancestors lacked food and sung to pass time, hoping not to die or get killed. All right, let's do a couple things. Let's turn on face tracking. I don't know why it keeps disabling face tracking, and let's zoom in on this thing. So hopefully this is like double cheeked up in my face now. Okay, so we're gonna get out the timer. We're gonna play some frantic jazz. Okay, and I'm gonna see if I can get this done in under 8 minutes. We'll be doing well. That's kind of the track record here. All right, so I'm gonna pause the music. And hold on to your butt cheeks, folks, because this is the most chaotic and stressful part of the stream. I think it's going to be longer because I got a couple extra sets with this thing. I got 6 minutes last time because I can't remember why. There was some extenuating circumstance, but whatever. We'll see. Okay, ready? Wait, where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, here we go. All right. I think we want the black space bar, right? Is this not the right size? It's not. Dang it. I'm already off to a bad start. I have so many space bars because I bought the space bar kit. And now I just have so much space bars. Okay, I don't need the big shift. I don't need this enter. I don't need this plus. I don't need that control. I don't need any of these space bars. I do need this shift though. That's good timing. I want the black enter. Get on there. 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't need that enter. Don't need that enter. I want this backspace. Bruh. Y'all are freaking blinding me, you nerds. Control. Bruh. A. You also really need the step caps lock. 5, 7, 8, Q, S, D, F, G, H, J, K. Oh gosh. Hold on. tab. Tab is nice. This one goes here. Don't need that. That's too big.
Bruh. Bruh.
F goes there.
Bruh. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
GH. You don't need any F row keys. You might need to delete. That's the smallest shift I've ever seen.
Bruh.
Wait. GHJ. There we go. I panicked. I'm sorry. I'm trying my best. WERTYUI. ZXCVBM. Is it M first? No, NM. Don't need that guy. Step caps. We love to see it. All right, a couple alts. These usually ensconce the space bar. 4 S.
You wanna
Back escape. Yes. I O. This is actually going pretty well, not to jinx it. Like, I'm finding good keycaps right off the gate. And by good, I mean the ones that I want. I don't think I need this one. I don't think this one. 0. That goes here, I think. ZXCVB. This guy. Pipe. Nice. And here. Is this here or here?
Bleh.
Here. Two. We're doing it. This goes here. Z. Ooh, I love that one. V. 7. 1. Ooh, that's a big dub for the boys. That's function. That's nice. That goes here. Insert. That was the here for some reason. Want that caps lock. You don't need this control. You don't need this. Ooh, an arrow key. Which one of those I've seen?
Give me money.
Cool. I got famous mods now, guys. Guess I gotta ride their coattails all the way to famous them.
This guy goes here. Don't need
Now
that.
I can be a real streamer.
9 goes here. I don't need that one. Oh, we're crushing it. We are absolutely crushing this. Print screen, don't need that. Pause, don't need that. F7, don't need that. Delete, I think, was here. Page up.
Bruh.
I don't think we need any of these. Oh yeah, we do. We need literally both of those. Code? Sure, we take that. Wait, where's... Oh, what are these? Oh, here's the 3. Oh, dude, I had them already lined up, ready to go. Time. We did it. 5:19. It kind of slipped out of the grasp of our graps, but you know what I mean. We did pretty well. All right. Let's resume the music here. So I was curious how to make black garlic, so I looked up Josh Weissman's video, and I'm wondering if that's where he got the black garlic bonito flake. That's exactly where I got it. Yes, Sinvec. That is exactly where I got my black garlic recipe. I love Josh Weissman. He's so funny. Okay, everybody. Boom diggity. Got my ramen recipe from Babish. I love Babish too. The like, listen, I know that there's like I'm sure in the cooking community, these internet celebrity cooks get a little bit of flack, but I gotta say, I just love him. Cheeks Weissman, what he would accept that title as Cheeks Weissman. Let's get a little bit extra lube on this because this stab be ticking. Now I am curious if it's simply a matter of lube or if it's a space bar being out of sorts. Babish beats Josh. If they had a cookout or a cook-off, I would maybe, but I think Josh technically has more culinary experience, right? And then you have Matty Matheson. Where does he stack? Action Bronson. Yeah. Benny Blanco. He's been doing cooking stuff. So it's definitely not the space bar. There's this... Oh. What is that? Is it these? There's something physically making noise. Hold on. Something is ticking here. And I don't know what it is. What's force break mod? I've heard that term a lot. And I don't know what it means. And I'm at this point I'm too scared to ask. You throw your keep through the drywall. Oh, got it. Oh, Shin. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Probably the tick. Oh, putting tape around the screw holes. I wonder if it's because I double gasketed it. Let's take it apart and see if that fixes it. Take off one of the gaskets. Or just tighten all the screws real quick. Could be a screw. Could be this guy's got a screw loose. Mabel approved. MTG is Magic the Gathering. So if you don't have a pack that you'd like me to open, or a set, we can leave it up to chat. We could do dealer's choice. This is not how you use a keyboard, sir. Listen, listen, listen. Exclamation point MTG will show you the list of all the Magic the Gathering sets that I have in my big box. Yeah, you can pick from that. You can let Jason decide. Totally up to you. I will open a pack of cards and see what we got. We'll do a crack of pack. A pack of crack. Yo, Patrick, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Hey, okay, these are working conditions. I tell you what. Excuse me. My assistant is wildin'. Let someone choose. That can be arranged, my friend. Okay. I just dumped all the screws unceremoniously. Painted ding. Thank you for the follow. When does Mabel get a GoPro? That's a great idea. The old cat cam. Okay. So here's what I kind of want to try. These brass accent pieces might be ticking, but it might also be this badge. So let me first tighten the screws on the badge. And then I'm going to assemble this without those things. Maybe not all the screws because that might cause some torsion issues. Jason 7 of 9, do you have a Magic the Gathering pack that you would like, a specific series of Magic you'd like to see me open a card pack of? You know, that sounds a lot better. Revised? I don't have revised, unfortunately. If I did, though, would I open it on stream? Or would I open that for myself? Would I put the silk sheets on the bed and light a candle, make it a night of it? You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I'm thinking that the issue is these guys dinking around. And I can definitely see potential for dinkage here. Or dinklage even. So one thing that I can do is take one of the little screws out. Oh, Ken, no. Okay, hold on. We're in the middle of CSI keyboard here, but we will, okay. You're back? You're back. Hi, back. Okay, so that one does not, okay. So maybe these are supposed to, this is a lot. One, two, three, four, 7, 8. Like, there's no way. Here's my problem. Is Coraline your favorite movie? It is not. I do love me a good Tim Burton flick, though. Timmy B. All right. Let me show you what I'm talking about. We got a problem. All right. So you can see this chamfered, like, recessed part here, and there's a threaded bit here. So that indicates to me this needs to be screwed down. However, this screw is much too short. And this screw, these are the only two lengths that came in the kit, is much too long. What we can, I guess, do is look in the treasure trove of lost parts. See if I have any screws that fit the bill. Can the treasury bear such expense? Yeah, my favorite movie is Cats. Okay, so that one fit. But it's not flush is the issue. Because it's not a flush head screw. And that's, oops, upside down. Yeah, that's 100% going to cause an issue. I saw a guy on IG take his cats on a walk outside. Ooh. And you traveled to Italy with them? Scottish Folds. Hello, Crystal. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you being here. Welcome on into the brand basement. Why does this thing stop? Hold on. This is embarrassing. I'm so sorry. Please don't look at the man behind the curtain. The brand basement. Dang it. This freaking robot, man. We have a tumultuous relationship, this little robot camera and I. You know, it just likes to stop working. It's kind of lazy. Scottish Folds are very cute. Did I tell you the story of the great Scottish Fold caper? I don't think I've told Chad about this. Maybe I have. Kevin's touching grass tonight. Stream is kind of cool. Thank you. All right, so what are we going to do? Well, here's the dilemma. These things are rattling. I'm 99% sure that's what that noise is. So we can either find some screws to fit these holes, or somehow make these fit a little bit tighter. And I'm leaning towards the second option. So what I think I'm going to do is take a wee bit of electrical tape. Super glue. Sure. Let's do it. We'll take the old scissors out and we'll cut. So I'm thinking they have these little notches that fit in these tabs. So I'm thinking I'm just going to stick a piece of tape right here. And that will probably cause enough friction that this will stick a wee bit better. And then I'm going to take a similar piece of tape, rubber cement. Oh, what about expanding foam spray? Some of that in the garage from an insulation job I did, huh? And then let's put a similar treatment here. I'm trying to avoid the screw holes. And here. And then one more on the corner. You know? Hot dog fingers. You mean my fingers? Because they are hot dog fingers. You right. These chunky boys. Years of rock climbing were not kind to them. I'll tell you that much. The glizzy. Okay, and then the other thing we can do is we can take the top case and we can do the same thing. You're trying to get back into rock climbing? Maybe. That was actually part of the reason I stopped, was that I was a little too heavy and it made it very unfun because it was, my tendonitis was pretty bad. So I used to climb like 4 days a week. Have you guys seen Everything Everywhere All at Once? Because I can't not think about that when I think about hot dog fingers. Get into Mai Tai, you won't regret. Really? I believe there is a local gym, which is shocking considering I live in Montana. That there's a local gym for really any martial art. Stiletto? A based Mai Tai enjoyer? Turtle Cat? You're into Mai Tai? Everyone here fighting? Oh, everything everywhere all at once. Got it. Wait, how many of you were talking about everything everywhere all at once and how many of you were talking about Mai Tai? I'm very confused now. This is a solder PCB. We did the soldering already, but your boy has a little POV soldering iron that we got to mess around with. Let's use a side cam. I practiced Mai for about a year. Yeah. I took 5 fencing classes. That's the closest I've come to any sort of fighting sport. It was actually a lot of fun. But it was pretty expensive because you have to pay dues to the gym that you're at, but you also have to pay dues to like USA Fencing. So you're like double duesing. And I was like, how about I pass on that? The movie's incredible for the budget it had. One of the highest rated movies on Rotten Tomatoes. It's so good. But yeah, Hot Dog Fingers. I can't unsee Jamie Lee Curtis now. Did you know A24 sold hot dog fingers you could put on? I freaking love A24. Okay. Let's put these on. Then PCB in. I want to participate in gymnastics, fencing, but fencing is expensive. Yeah, exactly. It was very fun though. I really enjoyed the couple weeks or so that I did it. It was kind of one of those things though where like I was with my wife and I were doing it together, and it was like my reach was just a lot further than hers, so I definitely felt bad a couple of the times that I absolutely walloped her, not realizing she was lunging and I lunged too, and then I just like caught below the plastic guard that you wear, you know. Okay, let's see if that worked. We also need to spin the wheel of dehydration, and we need to crack a pack at the end. Okay, so we ain't getting away that easy. We've already been live for like 3 hours, but stream is not over, folks. And just like that, we fixed it. Pack of ranch. I do have powdered ranch, I think. Okay, let's do a sound test, everybody. And then I shall suffer for y'all. So this board is currently running. So this is just in stock. I bought this on a group buy and I waited like a year for it, but it is in stock as we speak. So if you like what you hear, it's also pretty cheap. It's like 200 something, I want to say. All things considered. Kick check. All right. We'll do all 3 of those after the sound test, all right? I promise. I swear. I'm not bamboozling or schmeckeldorfing any of you, okay? Here we go. This is a lovely little board here. All right. Okay, everybody. Let's get the mic. You made that last one up. He gets the reference. All right. Let's do... speed test. All right, this is the Chaos65 from Thomas LT Studios. We have lubed Nebula switches, the polycarbonate plate, and we have TX stabs that are also lubed, and we're topped with GMK Serika. All right. I gotta say, here's the thoughts on this old board. Things I like about it. I like the stiffness to give ratio. I love the fact that there's no foam in this right now. And it's sounding this good. Things I don't like, the inconsistency between the rows. I think that like the backspace and the enter sound wildly different. And the space bar, like the top and bottom rows are like really loud and deep, and the middle three are like a little bit higher. Which leads to a nice sound test, obviously, because it's like clickety clickety thok, clickety clickety thok when you're hitting that space bar, which is actually kind of a pleasant sound. So I'm not mad about it, but like, it's not like a generally uniform sound. That's all personal preference, so to each their own. But like, I like the design language because it's super simple, but it has these nice little brass hellos on the side, and then we got this look at that. And let me clean this up a little bit too, because I kind of got it grubby with my gross grubby hands. Let me actually spritz a little cleaner on there. What's my best sounding keyboard? Right now, I gotta say, it's my Chaos. No, I almost just said this board. It's not this board. It's my Pixel Space capsule with Zykos, and I think it has a lot to do with the Zykos, but it also has to do with the Stabies, I think. Is Buttspot subbed? Yes, Buttspot was gifted a sub last stream. So I guess if you use channel emotes, it may use them, depending on if it removes parts of them and replaces it with cheeks. But yes, Buttspot has been bequeathed a sub. Courtesy of Pam Killa. Okay, we got a couple redemptions here. Let's start with the easy ones. All right, we got a kick check. Oh, these are the Sakai Blazer Lows in black in white with the patent leather. I personally think they're nice and slept on, faux show, but yes, I'm a fan. There you go. That's the kicks I got. Could you customize an ROG Falchion? Let's check. I almost can guarantee you that I can. Not to be like arrogant or whatever, but like if it's a mechanical keyboard with mechanical switches, probably. The shoe version of GMK Redacted. I like that. ROG Falchion. Let's take a look at this guy. 65% wireless mechanical gaming keyboard with Aura Sync. 65% layout masterfully incorporates arrows and navigation keys in a 60% frame. Very cool. Yeah, I could mod this for sure. I think you're likely going to be dealing with plate mount stabilizers. Those can only be modded so much, but you can do it. And if you want to swap switches, I have the old Burr gun, the desoldering gun. So I could absolutely take this apart and put it back together with whatever you'd like. Sometimes boards like this only support 3-pin switches instead of 5, but that's no problem. You just snip the 4th and 5th legs off of whatever switches you want to put in there, and you're good to go. Now, depending on the LEDs, they're probably going to be surface mount directly on the PCB, which is good because then it's easy to remove them. If they're not, you'll also have to pull the LEDs, pull them out of the switches, and then put the new switches in and put the LEDs back in that way. But you can do it for sure. So yeah, I definitely could customize this if you need that done. Okay. What else do we got? Let's mark that one done. Crack a pack. We'll do that in a minute, but now we have to spin the wheel. I'm growing to resent this wheel. Here we go. Wait. Give it a minute. I need to cut some of the beginning of this. Are there coyotes? Yes. Can I end stream, chat? I ask you a simple question as a humble man. I want to end stream. I made a deal with the devil though. Okay, I'll go get... let's get a different flavor of G Fuel, shall we? All right, I'll be right back. You guys are killing... No, it's on a 30-minute timeout. I gotta end stream before it's back up. Should have just pretended your internet cut out. Excuse me. All right. This time we have hype sauce because I'm a hype guy. Now, let me move stuff that's in the line of fire because I'm freaking gonna dust this. Let's put this keyboard back in the case. Beautiful. Wonderful. We love that for me. We just love this for me. Hype sauce is the best flavor. Don't add me. Or do to agree. Okay. Should we go... That's kind of fun. You can like double tap it. Like if it's looking over here, I can double tap. Okay. Wait. There we go. Okay. Let's just cut the music and do this, huh? Hype sauce. Sounds like that phrase in the 2000s when people were... Yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure. I mean, G Fuel is still very much stuck in that era. Hugo Diaz FPS, thank you for the follow. Welcome into the Bray Basement. Today I am going to freaking die because I'm eating G Fuel straight because of the Wheel of Suffering, and this is the second time I've had to do this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is about the same as last time. I'm going to do my very freaking best to not cough it all out everywhere because I was cleaning G Fuel powder off of everything in this office yesterday. Here we go. A salud. Ah! Why is it so sour? Hey, I didn't spit up. I'm a big boy. I swallowed it all. See, Mom? I ate it. I swallowed it. Okay. You know what? Maybe if I pretend I like that. maybe if I pretend that I like that, the wheel will think that the wheel will land on something else. You know? I think that's the play. It's a psychological game with this wheel, you know? Contact you to customize it? Sure, yeah. Cool. No, absolutely. I would love to work with you. Thank you, Wasabi. I need the moral support. I need a parent figure in my life. I've been living outside of my parents' home for far too long. What happened to the 50% hydrate? That's what we need. Turtle Cat, I agree. Why haven't I consulted you more on this wheel? I think you're a bit more merciful than my chat last time. Really what I did was I said, hey chat, how can I dehydrate myself? And then I typed in literally everything they said into the wheel. Why did I do that? I don't know. It was a bad idea. Anyways, crack a pack of salt into your mouth. The wheel is so much worse than it used to be. Were you there for that just like 5 minutes ago? This stupid wheel. Do you want to see what all's on here, man? Look at all this. These are all various things I can do to dehydrate myself that I guess concern my wife slightly less, although she hasn't actually been home the last 3 horrible things I've had to do. I ate 2 spoonfuls of G Fuel in the last week, and then I also ate a packet of Kool-Aid. All right, we got 2 packs to crack. We got 2 cracks to pack. So, for your viewing pleasure, I just wanted you to do margarita shots. That's true. Oh, custom flash purple and green. That's absolutely possible. Hold on. Let me the lights just turn off when that happens. I need to fix that. But let me add this to the to-do list. To do. This box is just large and in charge. Okay. Turtle Cat. How many underscores are on the end of that? 2? Purple and green. 3. Okay, good. We'll fix that. I need it for my bot to be able to parse your name. All right. Purple and green. You got it. Cut to Nathan at the doctor. Sir, your sodium intake is 1,000% above normal. And also, your blood is 50% hype sauce. We've never seen anything like this. Okay. Fellas and fillettes. I have a bunch of magic packs. We get to open 2 of them. Still waiting to meet the turtle cats with 1 and 2 underscores. I love that. It kind of reminds me of that video I saw of a kitten that sticks its head through the hole in the back of a baseball cap and is like walking around. I'm sure you've seen it, but it's very funny. Okay. Diz, do you have a preference of what set we open? If not, I can pick for you too. Oh yeah, it's so cute. Good, you know what I'm talking about. Is that where your name came from? Exclamation point MTG. We get 2 of these. Nah, all these sets sucked. Yeah, well, you know. I only have so many Ikoria left and I want to savor them. My cat's name is Turtle. Oh, cute. Let's open... Fine, a dealer's choice. I pick Strixhaven Where are you? There it is. And Kaldheim. Diz, did you, how much did the box cost? I don't want to know. Are you interested in Dominaria United at all? Or maybe the Brothers War? Arabian Nights, bruv. If I had sealed Arabian Nights, I wouldn't be... What would I would... My lifestyle would be very different, I'll tell you that much. Are you kidding me? Alright. We got a little art card. A little art fart card. We got a spirit token. Alright, here we go. We got a foil island. Perfect. I love a good curly land. Great. Mascot. What? Wait, why do we have a mythic in the front? Mascot exhibition. Mythic. Create a 2/1 white and black inkling creature with flying. 3/2 red and blue spirit and a 4/4 blue and red elemental for 7 colorless. What the crap? I'm interested in playing some sealed events, but I'm not getting back into standard. Ah, I gotcha. Okay, well, that was crazy. We got a mythic on the very first card. Oh, we've got this guy, the Burog Befuddler. Arcane Subtraction. Decisive Denial. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. Counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 3. Solve the equation. We'll start reading the rares. Plumb the Forbidden. Ooh, the Mage Hunter. It's a horror. I just like the art on this. Whenever an opponent casts or copies an instant sorcery spell, they lose 1 life. Ingenious Mastery. This is our first rare. You pay 2 and a blue rather than pay this spell's mana cost. If that was paid, you draw 3 cards, then an opponent creates 2 treasure tokens and then scry 2. If that wasn't paid, then you draw X. Got it. That's a rare. Wandering Archaic. Whoa. That's an avatar. The Last Airbender. When an opponent casts an instant or sorcery spell, they may pay 2. If they don't, you may copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Fly the path of 9 birds. Revitalize. I love this artwork. You gain 3 life, draw a card. Nice. And then we got a foil, Thrill of Possibility. An additional cost, discard this card, and then draw 2. So it's like a cycling. Huh. Cool. All right. Well, I'd like to think we got some nice cards here. I'm very surprised we got a mythic as the first slot. I think that's incredibly rare in a set booster, but I think it's possible. I mean, it's clearly possible. Or that was just a big old whoopsie doodle from Wizards of the Coast, which wouldn't be the first time they've whoopsie doodled something. All right, here we go. Let's open up Kaldheim, the Viking kind of Nordic set, as you can see by the Northern Lights. Whoops. The Southern Lights. Okay. Ice Tunnel. I like these snowlands, I will say. Broken Wings. Oh, interesting. Noctavold Recluse. Fearless Pup. Nice. Like that. Mammoth Growth. Target creature gets +4/+4, and you can foretell it. Does foretelling it reveal it to your opponent? I can't remember. I kind of think it does not. Sorulf's Packmate. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card, and you can foretell it. It's a 3/3 for 3 and a green. That's not bad. Struggle for Secumfar. Dehydrate. Dang it. Provoke the Trolls. Instant. 3 damage to any target. If it is dealt damage this way, it gets +5/+0 until end of turn. What? You can buff your own creature that way. Knotwood Slumber Mound. It enters the battlefield tapped. You can tap for red. Or you can destroy target land and create a 4/4 green troll warrior with trample. Wow. Tridite Sanctum. It's our first rare, and it's a land. Taps for any color, or colorless specifically, not any color. Tap 2 and the Sanctum. You can target legendary creature, and it becomes a god in addition to its other types, and you put a +1/+1 counter. You can sacrifice the Sanctum for 4 and a tap, and put an indestructible counter on target god. Ooh, mercy. That is very interesting. Frostpeak Yeti, cute. You can tap 1 in a snow. Can't be blocked this turn. We got a foil Grim Draugr. It's just a common. but it is a snow creature zombie berserker. That is cool artwork. I do like it. It reminds me of Dead of Winter, if you've ever played that board game. That's very fun. And then we got an elf warrior token. Very cool. Well, we got one rare, no mythics. This pack we actually got one mythic and 2 rares, and then 2 of these. So by far the Strixhaven pack was the better of the 2. Very fun. Those cracks were packed, ready to be shipped off to a customer. Let's stick them in there, and now it's time to spin the wheel again, you sons of guns. All right. How shall I suffer now? Now, bear in mind, if I do not have the thing, for instance, MSG, or if I can't find ranch powder, I'll just spin again, okay? All right. Am I gonna get lucky and get a hydrate? It's in God's hands now. All right. There's some nice things on there. I see whiskey. True. But they're not on there right now, are they? Okay, you filthy animals. I will be back with... We're getting swole, ladies and germs. That's correct. We got Impact Whey Protein. I think it's vanilla. Salted caramel. That's what it is. It doesn't matter. It's all protein powder. It tastes the same. It's also 95 calories per scoop. I think I threw the scoop away. All right. We're doing, nope, not a 4th cup. We're doing the same amount. I mean, I don't really have a lot to say. Bottoms up, I guess. Oh, it just kind of turned into gum. It's like a cookie now. Yeah. You know what? You know what? Yeah. As long as you got enough spit in your mouth, you know, it's not that bad. All right. Take that, you freaking wheel. I'm adapting to powders. It turned into slime. It did. It's stuck on the back of my teeth. Hey. Hey. Let's bring it in. Can I tell you a secret? Can I tell you guys a little secret? I've been lying to you. All right, these 2 teeth, they're fake. They're not real. I know. Brave of me to admit. You thought this whole time I had a full head of teeth? Those 2 never came in. So they are made of ceramic. They might. I actually don't know that. That's a good question. I should try it. I should get a blacklight. For a brief period of time, I had titanium fangs, though. Because part of the process is they put pins, they drill holes, and then they thread them, and then they put threaded inserts in, and then they put screws with points on the bottom in, and the gums have to heal around that. So I had little titanium vampire fangs for a while until they put the ceramic caps on, but... yeah. You know what's funny? They actually feel stronger than my real teeth. Like when I'm biting stuff, I feel like these are less likely to wiggle than these, which makes sense because these are like living blood going in them and all that stuff. But like, you know what I mean? Okay. All right, everybody. I think I am tired. That's what I think. And I've been live for almost 4 hours, which is long for me. I know a lot of streamers go longer than that, but you know, I gotta go sweep. So, in the interest of keeping the dream alive, let's find someone to raid. Okay. Oh, Tim freaking Keyless is live. How often does that happen? Smiling Down's live. How often does that happen? Did we get a keyboard built? We did. We did indeed. Yes, the product is here. Let's cut back to it. A quick shot. Look at that beauty. By the way, can I just say, Zambuman, Serika do not miss. Serika does not miss. I love this keycap set. I love this board. I think this is... Okay, I never really gave my opinion on this. I think this is a heck of a value. For the price that it is, it's definitely a sleeper hit. I did not like the fact that I had to put electrical tape on these brass accents to quiet it down, but that's such an easy thing to do that, like, it's hard for me to, like, not recommend it because of that. So, you could stuff it with foam and it would sound like a foam brick like every other keyboard, and you could do that for cheaper, right? But it's a good gasket mounted board. I think they should have included more gaskets because I had to put on extra ones. Otherwise the plate was just moving around, like they weren't thick enough. But you know, other than that, like it came with enough gaskets to do that. So I do not resent this board in any way. I think it's a great value. It's also in stock. So like if someone came up to me and said, hey, I got a budget of what, $300? Hold on. Say 400, right? I got a budget of $400. This is not a bad option. Now, if you add a GMK keycap set, it's probably like $60 for switches, plus the stabs. You know how keyboards are, right? But if you want the case and PCB for under 300, this is definitely a good option. Now, I mean, I guess you got to consider the fact that it's competing with the Frog at that price point, which sucks because the Frog breaks the bracket every freaking time. But if, say, in a world where the Frog didn't exist, yeah, this is a really solid option. Now, I guess you're also competing with like the Icky, right? But that's plastic. I'm trying to think of you're competing with the Tofu, but that's not gasket mount. You're competing with the Bakanoko. That's gummy O-ring. That's pretty good. So, is it a crowded space? Sure. But is it a bad value? No, I don't think so. It's like a budget constellation. True. Yeah, that's true. And I think that the accent piece is really nice. You know, if you're a fan of the old booty shot, this is definitely a good one. If you're like Cookie Curls and you like to display your keyboards backwards, which is such a baller move. If your keyboard collection's so good you can display them all backwards, are you kidding me? Then yeah, this is like a great board for that because it just looks nice. So I don't know. Like, I have nothing. I'm rambling. I know. Oh, I'm rambling. I can't run out the timer. I have nothing to hate on about this board, other than the fact that it just happens to sit in a price point and segment of the market that's already pretty crowded. Let's raid Tim Keyless. Tim Keyless, because our boy is not live often. Okay, I you know what's going on with him. All right, here's the raid message. Here's the sub raid 3. Hard to compete when there's like Jairus. Yeah, it just depends on what you want, right? Okay. Hey everybody, thank you for joining me. Thank you for torturing me with the wheel. I will have nightmares and wake up in cold sweats thinking about that stupid wheel tonight. I will be live again on Thursday. I will be building that Brea basement sign that I showed you on stream, as well as like an audio switcher, just soldering up some random stuff. Won't be a keyboard stream, probably won't be super long, but you never know. But yeah, you can catch me there. This Saturday, I won't be doing a drum stream. I might be doing one next Saturday, though, so keep your eyes peeled. I might also do an evening drum stream, for all we know, because I don't. But have fun in Tim's stream. I will be there with you guys for a little bit, and then I will probably head to bed because I'm tired. But thank you all for joining me. Y'all are the best. Thank you for the raids. Thank you for the subs and the follows. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.